the D-backs tomorrow as they will host the Boston Red Sox for a 3-game weekend set beginning on Friday night. Eduardo Rodriguez back on the hill for the Snakes, a former Red Sox himself. He won the World Series.
Today at the grocery store, the shopper is rounding the end cap. Uh-oh, looks like there's some spilled tomato sauce. Here comes the slide.
Oh, that's gonna leave a mark, Bob.
Talk about a curveball.
Clean up on aisle 5.
At Morgan & Morgan, we know injuries can come out of left field. As America's largest injury law firm, we've recovered over $20 billion for our clients. If you've been injured in an accident, call Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm and proud partner of the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Avnet is your hometown partner of the Arizona Diamondbacks. We are a global technology distributor and solutions provider headquartered right here in the Valley. We help businesses all over the world source the right technology components and manage the logistics to get their products to market. The components we distribute are likely in the products you use and depend on every day, from your car to your household appliances. Avnet, delivering what's next in technology distribution. Visit avnet.com to learn more.
If your AC is over 10 years old and you're dreading the inevitable replacement, fret no more. This month, Parker & Sons has state-of-the-art, high-efficiency heating and AC systems for $99 a month. Just $3 a day. Wow.
$3 a day? That's less than a fast food cheeseburger.
$3 a day? I'm paying that for a gallon of gas.
And with a yearly utility savings in the $600 range, it pays to act now. Call Parker today at 602-2, then REPAIR. Parker & Sons. We're not your average Joe. ROC 152656.
Baseball fans, time to change it up. The spotlight's on live shows. Talking Stick Resort is your go-to spot for legendary entertainment. Feel the country vibes with Winona Judd and Leanne Rhymes. Laugh out loud with Steve Trevino and Matt Matthews. And rock out with ZZ Top. Don't miss out. Talking Stick Resort, where the real game changer is the show. Grab your tickets now at TalkingStickResort.com.
Hi, fans. This is Dave Pash, sports broadcaster, journalist, and longtime Arizona resident. Dignity Health knows the importance of a healthy, active lifestyle. We want to get you back on your feet quickly so you can return to play, whether you're a weekend warrior or an elite athlete. If you're ready to feel the glory, not the pain, find a provider and schedule an appointment today at dignityhealth.org/AZortho. Dignity Health, a proud partner of the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Someone in section 112 just ate 4 Bar S hot dogs in under a minute. Okay, we don't know if that's true, but we do know it's possible because Bar S is the official hot dog of your Arizona Diamondbacks. Not to mention the all-star of the grocery store with great tasting lunch meat, sausage, bacon, and so much more. Grab a Bar S D-backs dog at concessions. Bar S, it's just right.
Diamond Talk. Arizona Diamondbacks Baseball, presented by Talking Stick Resort. Life well played. Avnet, delivering what's next in technology every time we take the field. Fries, with Boost by Fries VIP. Win game day with free grocery delivery, 2 times fuel points and more. Visit prizefood.com/boost today. The Diamondbacks Radio Network is brought to you by Morgan & Morgan. Diamond Talk. Diamond Talk. Diamond Talk. KMVP FM Phoenix.
Arizona Sports, the local sports leader.
On the Arizona Sports app and on 98.7. Arizona Sports, the local sports leader. Burns and Gambo starts now.
Straight up 350 on this Wednesday afternoon. Good afternoon, and welcome into today's edition of the Burns and Gambo Show here on Arizona Sports, the local sports leader, as we are live from the Casino Arizona and Talking Stick Resort Studios. My name is Dave Burns, alongside the one, the only, Sean Gambadoro. Hi, Gambo!
Burnsy, what's going on?
5.5.
Ooh, 5.5 out.
5.5 with 21 to play.
Oh, there've been 5.5 hours till I hit that Powerball tonight.
Oh, is that
$1.4 billion?
Is that tonight?
I think it's tonight. I don't know. Maybe tomorrow, whatever it is.
I don't play.
I don't play either, but I bought like $16 worth of tickets today.
So is there?
On my way back from V's Barbershop.
Oh, hey, there you go.
I went to V's Barbershop, and then they're like,
you're already making
$1.4 billion.
You're already making good decisions. Let's see if the universe rewards you for that by hitting on that.
There's this villa that I've had my eye on.
So is it possible that it's the Burns and somebody else show tomorrow? Is if you win, is that it?
I used to say when I was a little bit younger that if I hit the Powerball, I would still work a little bit longer. Screw that. Screw that.
I knew you were lying back then.
I probably would have.
No, back then you liar. You would not have. Absolutely. Well, good luck to you on the Powerball. Maybe I'll stop and get a ticket on my way home too. In the meantime, the Diamondbacks have themselves a lottery ticket, don't they? Here's our top story of the day on the Burns and Gambo Show.
Burns and Gambo, the weigh-in.
The 0-2. Swung on, ground ball to short. Perdomo sliding to his left, has it. He goes to Marte at second, and the Diamondbacks win the series by taking the finale by a final score of 2-0.
We're going to use this as kind of a catch-up segment here, so we'll have a lot more to say about the game over the course of the day.
All right.
But probably the main takeaway is Zach Gallen, who's rocking a 2.20 ERA since the trade deadline.
He was great. He was absolutely fantastic. He was great. I was a little worried later on in the game. I think it was the 5th or 6th inning when Perdomo got booted that ground ball and misled the error, but he got out of it. I mean, Gallen got out of it. Later on, Perdomo had the thing with the interference.
Yep.
Where the guy was out at third, but like, nope, you're safe. He ran into Perdomo, so interference on him. So glad to see him get that final out. Gallen in the bullpen. I mean, it was incredible. Thompson, Curtis, Saul, Frank, Woodford. Bullpen came in, 3 great innings out of the bullpen. They only allowed 1 run, 1 hit, no runs. Gallen was sensational, and you start to look at the last few starts by Zach. You look at this month, the month of August, he had a 2.57 ERA. Mm-hmm. Okay? Now we're in September. But if you start to look at his last 3 starts, you even go back last 4, 5, 6, 7 straight starts, he has failed to give up 3 or more runs.
7 starts since the deadline.
Yep.
He's 4-1 with a 2.20 ERA.
Right.
6 quality starts out of the 7 since the trade deadline.
Now, I'm not going to lie.
The numbers.
If I'm a general manager on another team and I need a starting pitcher, that resonates with me. Okay. All right. That's this. It's not a small sample size. It's 7 terrific starts by Zach. And against some good offensive teams, too, like the Dodgers, and Texas has a good offensive team.
It's not a small sample size when you factor in the rest of his career, right? Like you look at it and go, okay, in 2025, it's a small sample size. But if you hold it up to the rest of Zach Gallen's career, there's an argument to be made that he's figured it out, that he's turned the corner. Now, this is potentially bad news for the Arizona Diamondbacks if they had any designs of keeping him, and if he gets a contract offer that pushes him beyond their ability to bring him back. But yeah, absolutely. If I'm a pitching needy team this offseason, I'm looking at these last 7 starts that I'm thinking maybe he has turned a corner.
Now, I may not give you dollar for dollar.
Yeah, I'm not.
But I might give you 75 or 80 cents on the dollar compared to what you thought you were going to get.
Right.
But I'm not giving you 50 cents on the dollar.
The elite pitching contracts that are out there, 150 million, 170.
He might get 100 instead of 150.
Right. He's not going to get one of those.
Yeah, he's going to get 65, 70% of what he. But like if he pitches strong the rest of the way, that's a great sign to somebody. He's 30 years old.
Yeah,
he's 30. He just turned 30. Like, he might be back. This looks like the old Gallen.
The Diamondbacks have won or split their last 5 series. The last one they lost was that painful series in Colorado where they dropped 3 of 4 against the Rockies at Coors Field. They have not lost a series since. Now, in the standings, as we mentioned, 5.5 back, 21 games to play. The Giants are still in front of them. The Reds are still in front of them.
They're not catching it.
And they're chasing the Mets. So the Mets are the third wild card.
The Mets lost today.
They're not going to catch them.
No, they're not going to catch
them. But we are veering into that territory now of starting to play the what-if game with some of those games earlier in the season, right? The games that they lost that they could have won, or the games this month that they lost but could have won. We're starting to get into that territory where we're only about 5 games off of where they should be on pace for a while. And you can, if you want to start playing the what-if game, you could probably start playing the what-if game. With
I'll
some
give you the regular what-if. If Corbin Burns never got hurt and A.J. Puck and Justin Martinez didn't get hurt, this is a playoff team.
That's the ultimate
But, ultimately, it's, the bullpen had a lot of disasters, and they've struggled with starting pitching. But, look, to their credit, right, they keep playing hard. They've never quit. They keep showing up. They're winning series. There's been a lot of good signs lately with the way they've played.
And specifically to Torey Lovullo's credits, and that's a different kind of element of this, too. And
yeah, they never quit on him.
The decision to be made on him in this offseason, that's...
I haven't got a fire Lovello tweet in 48 hours.
Whoa.
Well, I meant the other day they gave up 2 in the 9th and 2 in the 10th. I had 17 fire Lovello. But it's been like 48 hours since I've had a fire Lovello tweet. That's a long time.
When we come back on the Burns and Gambo show here on Arizona Sports, we turn our attention to the Arizona Cardinals. What will the Cardinals be this season? Playoffs or right where they've been? That's next on the Burns and Gambo show.
Bickley and Marotta mornings.
The D-backs had a very D-backian series of games over the long weekend.
Peak frustration. It feels like this baseball season has gone on for 13 years.
It's a Sisyphean type feel.
It really does carry that feel to it.
Keep pushing that rock.
You know what that is? Sisyphus?
Of course I do. Okay. I've been called that many times.
Bickley and Marotta, mornings on Arizona Sports, the local sports leader.
Cardinals fans, football is back at Kill Lifter from Four Peaks has your game days covered. Celebrate kickoff the right way by entering the Kilt Lifter Kickoff Sweepstakes for your chance to win 2025 Arizona Cardinals season tickets and take your fandom to the next level. Grab your crew and head down to Four Peaks 8th Street Pub in Tempe. Look for the QR code and get entered to win. Four Peaks Pub is the home of Kilt Lifter, Arizona's favorite award-winning Scottish-style amber ale. Bold, smooth, and brewed for Sundays.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Summer's almost over, but the heat is pressing on. If you've got battery trouble, stop by AutoZone for free battery testing. It may just need a charge, and we'll do that for free too. If you do need a battery, we've got options starting at just $89.99. And we'll recycle your old battery for free. Now that's a strong start. Don't miss the end of summer sale. Now at AutoZone until September 22nd.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Dan Bickley here with my guy, Shane O'Hanrahan, GM at Chapman BMW, one of the best dealerships you are going to find on the planet.
That's because we're different, Bick. We're a family-run business for 58 years. We have employees that have worked at our store for 30 and up to 40 years. It's a great place to work and a family that cares about its employees and its customers. So put us to the test. Come on down, see how easy it is to do business with Chapman BMW, and I'll ensure you'll get the very best deal.
That's Chapman BMW, 2 great locations,
1 great experience.
Saving for retirement was tough enough for us.
Yes, and navigating markets can be challenging at times.
I understand. That's why at Fisher Investments, we take a disciplined approach with your investments.
Tell us more about that.
We take an active approach to money management, positioning your portfolio for opportunities we see ahead.
So all your clients get the same portfolio?
No, we tailor your portfolio to your individual goals and needs.
What about communication? We don't like being left in the dark.
We check in regularly to keep you informed on the markets and your portfolio.
Which means you'll help us stay on track.
Yes, our goal is your comfortable retirement. And as a fiduciary, we always put your interests first, because we do better when you do better. At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Keeping your engines healthy means protecting them in season and out. Experts trust Stable to do that. And third-party testing confirms it. Stable is the industry leader in preventing fuel-related issues, no matter if you use it in your car, boat, or outdoor power equipment. In season or out, at every fill-up or when you store, start with Stable.
With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you get coverage options based on how much you want to pay for car insurance. And then you decide how to spend the rest of your money, because you're in charge. And right now, you're going to pay for groceries. But you decide what groceries. Just keep in mind you're running out of dishwashing soap. But you decide if you're going to buy that soap. It's just those dishes won't clean themselves, will they? Remember, with Progressive's Name Your Price tool, we'll help you find coverage at a fair price. And then you're in charge. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
KMVP FM Phoenix.
Live from the Casino Arizona and Talking Stick Resort Studio.
Arizona Sports, the local sports leader.
I'm Mitch Verbeldis with Trending Now. It's presented by Parker & Sons Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical. Diamondbacks collect another series win this afternoon, a 2-0 win over the Rangers after a 5-3 win just a night ago. Zach Gallen shut out Texas through 6 innings of work. He allowed 4 hits, a walk, and struck out 5. Diamondbacks are off tomorrow. Then they host the Boston Red Sox for 3 games starting on Friday. Also regarding the Diamondbacks today, Governor Katie Hobbs was at Chase Field earlier for a ceremonial signing of House Bill 2704, the bill that allocates $500 million in public funds to help support upgrades to Chase Field. You can read more on ArizonaSports.com, presented by Y-Refi. And the first injury report for Week 1 for the Arizona Cardinals is here. Only 2 names on the injury report for the Cardinals, but both of them were participating in some fashion. Offensive lineman Will Hernandez was limited due to a knee injury. He's recovering from an ACL tear. While John Gaines, the second, he was a full participant in spite of a thumb injury. Of note on the Saints side of things, defensive end Chase Young, he was limited today due to a calf injury. And that is what's trending now.
Here are the top 3 headlines on Arizonasports.com, presented by Y-Refi. I'm Kevin Zimmerman. The Cardinals' feel-good story must translate to something more in 2025, writes Tyler Drake. Kyson Brown and Raleek Brown should lead ASU football back to a downhill identity, and Patrick Peterson offers one piece of advice to Cardinals rookie cornerback Will Johnson. Those are the top 3 headlines on Arizonasports.com, presented by Y-Refi.
All right, all due respect to Zim, there's another one, too. This is the headline from Arizonasports.com, presented by Y-Refi. Here's who's buying Arizona Cardinals playoff stock and who isn't. Gambo, we actually have a tracker right now at Arizonasports.com.
You're buying that stock or you're not buying that stock? Of
all the different national personalities who have predicted the Arizona Cardinals to make or to not make the NFL playoffs.
Okay.
Needless to say,
I'm intrigued.
There isn't a lot who are picking them to make the playoffs. I've got one from CBS Sports' John Breach, who says they will. I got Eric Edholm from NFL.com. I've got Andrew Brandt from The Athletic. Gilbert Manzano from Sports Illustrated, I think, is where he's at, who says they're good. There's not a lot, but there was one name that was added to the list today, and it's a very interesting list.
It's a good name.
It's a good name. It's Bill Barnwell from ESPN.com.
Yes.
Now, I'm here to tell you, I love what Barnwell did, and I love how he did it. And not just because he said the Cardinals are going to the postseason. Barnwell looked at it and said, on average, for the last 20 years of NFL football, there are about 8 teams that are new. There are 8 teams that get flushed out. There are 8 teams that are new. And I'm going to pick the playoff field with that in mind.
Okay.
I'm going to pick the playoff field where I basically kick out 8 teams.
8 of the 14 teams make it back the following season.
Okay,
so
8 make it
6
back.
don't.
So 6
so
don't.
you
Okay,
reversed
so
it.
I reversed it. I got it
You
flipped.
reversed it, yes.
Now, and he even said last year it was a little different. 10 made it back and only 4 were
But he's
new.
going with the rule that 8 of the 14 will be back in and 6 teams will be new. Fascinating way to look at it.
I think so too, and because he says, look, if you go to like our gambling website, ESPN Bet, this is him saying this. Like, of the teams that made the playoffs last year, 13 of the 14 are favored to get back there again.
Yeah.
The Steelers are
But
the
that
only one.
won't happen.
It won't happen. It doesn't happen that
No.
way. It never happens that way. And with that in mind, he has got the Arizona Cardinals making the playoffs. He's got the Eagles winning the NFC East. He's got the 49ers winning the NFC West. He's got the Rams completely out. He's got the Falcons winning the NFC South. He's got the Bucks completely out. He's got the Packers winning the NFC North. The Lions move down to the wild card.
And
he's got the Cardinals, the Bears, and yeah, my voice, the Bears, and the Lions as wild card teams.
So out, Rams are out, Bucks are out, Commanders are out, Vikings are out.
Yes.
That's the 4 that are out.
And then
Right?
he's got 2 in the AFC, so there's a 6.
And you're right. 4 in the, I think 4 in the NFC, right? And 2 in the AFC.
4 in the NFC,
Okay.
2 in the. He's got the Texans out. He's got the Broncos
Now
out.
listen, I like the Rams pick because it seems like they're on thin
ice.
Thin ice. Okay. I do so bad with.
I know you so well. I knew that's where you were going. It's like we finish each other's sentences.
I'm sure it's going to be so nice for you when you have a partner that actually knows analogies and
Today,
stuff.
later in the show, there's a sound bite when we'll go through Kyler Murray's sound. He does the same thing. He starts to say death by 1,000 cuts and can't come up with it.
Oh, my
He's
God.
like, death by what? There's something about cuts. You know what I mean. And then
my
keeps
God.
going. And I was like, is that Gambo?
Oh my God, that sounds just like me. Just like me.
Yeah. But
so
I finished your sentence for you.
My
so.
point was the Rams are the one team that you could say they're on thin ice, or however you want it, whatever phrase you want to use that's close to that. Matthew Stafford goes down. It's done. It's over. It's like they're not going to make the playoffs. Jimmy Garoppolo's a decent backup quarterback, but he's not winning the division. He's probably not going to get him in a wild card in a tougher division. So that's the interesting thing. Like I was looking at the NFL Network picked their they had their 4 guys pick the division winners. Kurt Warner picked the 49ers. The other 3 guys, Eisen, Mariucci, and the other guy, they all picked the Rams. Warner picked the 49ers to win the division.
Okay.
But the Rams are such a difficult pick because, there's a lot of concern about Matthew Stafford's ability to make it through the season. Just it, simply put.
Yeah.
If he doesn't make it through the season, they're going to be in a boatload of trouble. So I think that is where Barnwell's saying, okay, if I'm going to, because that's a good team to start with. I got to pick somebody out in the NFC. He picked the Commanders. He picked the Vikings. Now, the Vikings' new quarterback from last year.
Right.
Every break went their way last year. Every single break went their way.
All those one-score games they won.
Yep.
All of them.
That could be a good pick. The Commanders, with all the everything in the offseason that went on with McLaurin and they had just a lot of offseason issues, the Washington Commanders. So I could see that being a problem too. The Rams with Stafford. Now the Bucks.
That one I don't buy.
That's the one I don't buy either.
That one, I'm just being honest. That one I'm having a hard time buying. And I know the Falcons. Everybody thinks they're going to be improved this year. I don't think they're going to be that improved. And I think there's something very as reliable as you can be in this league. I think there's something reliable about the Bucks winning that division behind Baker Mayfield. And I don't buy that one. The rest I'll buy. Commanders, sure. Vikings, absolutely.
Well, do you buy
Rams,
this?
you bet.
Do you buy his statement? If Marvin Harrison makes the leap in year 2, so does Arizona. He didn't put it on Kyler Murray. He put it on Marvin Harrison Jr.
He points out Drew Petzing's group ranks 10th in expected points on average per play since Kyler Murray returned from his torn ACL.
What that means.
I don't either, but I threw it out. I'll just say EPA.
Stat I've ever heard in my life.
Drew Petzing's group ranks 10th in EPA per play. Expected points added per play. That's what EPA is. Since Kyler Murray returned from a torn ACL. So he's saying that it's fine, but if they really want to get there, they need to get better offensively. If Harrison makes the leap in year 2, so does
To me, it's like, did you
Arizona.
score the points? Yes or no? No, you didn't score them? Okay. Then why would I expect you to score him?
But
I don't care that he dropped the ball. You didn't score the points.
Yeah. Did we expect you to host a 4-hour show today? Yes, we expected you to. Well, did you?
No.
Yeah. No, I didn't.
No, I didn't.
I did a 2-hour and 10-minute show today.
Yeah.
Because the Diamondbacks game was on. I did a 2-hour.
I expect my wife's going to make me a nice Alaskan halibut tonight.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I expect it, but it may not happen. I don't know.
No, don't do that. Yeah.
Like, it's out. I took it out.
Well, we'll call that EDA, expected dinner added. That's the EDA stat for Gambo when he gets home. Well, my EDA says yes, dinner's going to be ready for me.
Who do you have in the AFC out? You had the Texans out, and who'd you say was the other one? The Broncos?
The Broncos. Mitch's Broncos.
Okay.
So it's the reason why he's in a sullen mood today.
And who are the 2 teams he added?
He added the Jags winning the AFC South.
And the Bengals.
And the Bengals.
The Bengals. Okay.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah. Because there's not. I could see that too. Okay. I could see that too. So I like it. I don't know if I'd put it all on Harrison. I think a lot of it is on Harrison. I think I'm going to put I think something Gannon said today when he met with the media, and I don't think we have the sound for it, but I read the quote this morning on social media. He said, look, our defense is going to go as our D-line goes, and I agree with that wholeheartedly. And so I think if I'm expecting the Cardinals to be better because I'm expecting their defense to be better, then I think if we're really going to boil this down to brass tacks, I think that means the D-line has to be better, and I think they're going to be a lot better based off of the personnel they've added.
I think so, too. I'd like to have Walter Nolan, but I don't have him.
Yeah.
But I got Darius Robinson.
Mm-hmm. I got Calais. I got Dalvin Tomlinson.
Yeah. And I got Sweat rushing the quarterback.
I like Dante Stills. I like LJ Collier. I got a lot of bodies up there that I like, a lot of rotational guys that you could do if you wanted to. So I don't think it's all on Marvin Harrison Jr., but I would agree that a lot of it is on Marvin Harrison Jr. For them to be better. Kyler spoke today, Marvin spoke today, and they both spoke about the need to. We all know it needs to be better. If it's a lot better, in theory, they should be a lot better.
Let me just say this, Mitch. I hope the Broncos get in over the Steelers. Like, if there's one thing that I'm rooting for this year is just a total, absolute disaster for the Steelers.
I would co-sign on that.
I would love to see Aaron Rodgers go out with like a 4-13 record. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Bye. Don't ever come back. Don't let the door hit you on the ass on the way out.
I would buy that.
Or do.
Yeah, what's that? Or what?
Or do let the door hit him on the ass on the way out.
Oh, yeah, either way.
You know what? I don't care where the door hits you, just as long as you leave. Cardinal fans, the home opener is almost here. We want you in the stands now. Through the end of the week, we are giving you a chance to win tickets to the Cardinals home opener. Head to the Arizona Sports YouTube page, hello YouTubers, and watch us live and click on the contest link that is pinned in the chat. Again, head to the Arizona Sports YouTube page, watch us live, and look for the contest link pinned in the chat. All right, look, say what you want. At least Matt Ishbia isn't finding loopholes in order to pay his players, so he's got that going for him. That's next on the Burns and Gambo Show.
8-time Pro Bowler, 3-time All-Pro First Teamer on the NFL's 2010s All-Decade Team. He's Patrick Peterson, P2.
Patrick Peterson out of LSU to the house.
And he joins Wolf and Luke every Tuesday morning at 11:15 to talk football on Arizona Sports 98.7, the Arizona Sports app, and the Arizona Sports YouTube channel.
I mean, everybody's got a favorite car they owned, right? Everybody's got a favorite car that they owned at some point. Might be your first car, your second car. For us and our family, it's the Lincoln Navigator. And right now, Sanderson Lincoln has the all-new, better than ever 2025 Lincoln Navigator in stock. If you are looking for a beautiful Navigator, it is second to none. I love the Navigator. It's a great ride. I love the whole lineup at Lincoln. I love the Aviator. My neighbor down the block bought an Aviator from Sanderson Lincoln. Loves it. The Corsair, the Nautilus, Sanderson Lincoln. They've got the black label vehicles, and you're going to love the service you get when you own a Lincoln from Sanderson Lincoln. We're talking about specialized treatment. Like, you need an oil change. Okay, they come to your house. They pick up the vehicle. They leave you a comparable loaner. They get the oil change done, rotate the tires, wash the car, clean the car, bring it back to you. You don't lift a finger. You don't lift a finger. That's great service. That's what you want with a luxury vehicle. That's what you get with Sanderson Lincoln. My friend Patrick Heigl and a whole group over there does a great job. They're just east Bell Road on the I-17. They also got the boutique store in the Scottsdale quarters. Online for more information at sandersonlincoln.net.
Hey everybody, Dan Bickley here for Advanced Window Products, and we all know the Arizona sun can do a number on your house, and if your home is 15 years or older, chances are good you need new windows, so do what I did. Take advantage of a great summertime special at Advanced Window Products, where you are going to get a $2,500 discount on any purchase of 10 or more windows. Advanced Window Products, a family-owned, locally operated company with a great vibe. Their approach is to treat customers as friendships. They offer the highest rated windows in the state, the most affordable, high-quality custom windows you are going to find, and that's because there's no middleman at Advanced Window Products. They have their own factory where they'll build your windows, they'll install your windows, and they will guarantee them for life. And remember, purchase 10 windows, you get a $2,500 discount. 480-790-7480, online at advancedwindows.com.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here. Based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers, and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
You know, I still have my first car, a classic 66 Mustang, and what was is parked right next to what's next, a new Explorer we recently bought from our Desert Ford dealers. Yep, Paul Calvise here. Hey, Ford isn't just part of our family. My grandfather worked for Ford Motor, but it's part of America, our heritage. Yet Ford is also the future. Whether it's family time or four-wheeling time, tailgating or towing, Ford has a powertrain option that fits what you're looking for. Gas, hybrid, electric. You know what else our Desert Ford dealers have? The best-selling line of trucks for 48 years running. That Ford F-Series with the all-new 2025 F-150, designed to be the toughest and most productive ever. And then there's a 2025 Ford Mustang Mach-E, 100% electric, 100% SUV with sports car performance. SUV, my daily driver, a Ford Edge. And again, we just bought a new Explorer. Wait till you see the redesigned interior on the all-new 2025 Explorer. Bottom line, get on down to our Desert Ford dealers or click buyfordnow.com.
Hey, it's Vince Marotta. Join us on Thursday. Preview of Cowboys-Eagles to kick off the NFL season and our weekly visit with Derek Hall. The fun starts at 6 on Arizona Sports.
I was told, like, oh, these are the major contracts and the major players you really need to be aware of. And we went through a litany of, really, really top-tier name contracts. And then, oh, by the way, we also have a marketing deal with Kawhi Leonard, a $28 million organic marketing sponsorship deal with Kawhi. And that, if I had any questions about it, essentially don't, because it was to circumvent the salary cap, LOL. There was lots of LOL when things were shared.
That is the voice of an unknown employee of a now bankrupt company called Aspiration. That, according to Pablo Torre from the Pablo Torre Finds Out podcast, is it a podcast that Pablo does? Okay, former ESPN employee, Pablo. Apparently, this company signed a do-nothing endorsement deal with Kawhi Leonard with the allegation that that money was extra money to Kawhi Leonard to pay him more to convince him to go to the LA Clippers.
I totally believe it.
I do too.
I totally believe that it's true. That this happened. Yeah, $28 million endorsement deal. This all stemmed from Kawhi's in Toronto. He leads the Raptors to a championship.
You did a lot of digging on this, though. You had some good stuff about this. This is really good. You want to listen to this?
I'll give you my part of it, too, which is really blown up. I've got it's really blown up on Twitter. It's like 600,000 views on it, and it's in a lot of the major stories have added my part to it. What I wrote is that the story's fascinating. From what I know, when Kawhi signed with the Clippers, the Toronto owner, Larry Tannenbaum, was beside himself. He was livid. He was very upset. And he was talking about how, I went out of my way. I was doing everything Kawhi wanted. He even said he wanted an extra $15 million in endorsement deals. So I contacted 3 of our sponsors to pony up $5 million each to get Kawhi to get Kawhi to stay. Now, that got back to Adam Silver because there were teams that were like, hey, wait, this is cheating. You can't circumvent the cap like that. Silver did some research on it and got back to everybody saying, look, Larry just didn't know the rules, but I promise we're going to get more serious about this in the future to prevent it from happening. But make no mistake about it, from what I was told, is that Larry Tannenbaum was, saying to other NBA people that he was very upset that Kawhi left because he did what Kawhi asked him to do. Go get me $15 million more. That's not part of my contract from sponsors. He called 3 sponsors to pony up $5 million each so he would have the extra $15 million to present to Kawhi. And then Kawhi decided to go to the Clippers anyway.
Right.
So the guy was pissed. The guy was pissed off that he lost Kawhi because he thought I did what you guys needed me to do. I got you the extra $15 million.
According to Torrey, Kawhi Leonard agreed to a 4-year, $28 million endorsement deal in April 2022 through his LLC. Which is his business that he sets up, whatever. The endorsement deal came 9 months after Kawhi signs his big contract to remain with the LA Clippers. 4 years, $176 million. That was the maximum allowed at the time under the NBA's collective bargaining agreement. An unnamed employee told ESPN, I just played the cut for you, that the payment to Leonard was to circumvent the salary cap. Now, according to the NBA, their spokesperson, Mike Bass, said in a statement today, the league is, quote, aware of this morning's media report regarding the LA Clippers and is commencing an investigation, close quote. It was later described as a no-show job that Kawhi Leonard was hired for. It was a no-show job. You don't even we're just going to give you $28 million. You don't have to show up. And at any point you want to break up with us, that's fine. You can do that. It's no big deal. Now, there was a penalty in particular in 2000, this is a while ago. It was discovered the Minnesota Timberwolves engaged in an illegal secret agreement with Joe Smith.
Oh, yeah. 5 first-round draft picks.
Yeah, by allegedly promising pay him a future multi-million-dollar deal if he stayed with the team.
Big story.
The NBA penalized the Timberwolves by taking away 5 first-round draft picks.
They ended up giving some back.
Fined the team $3.5 million. They banned head coach Kevin McHale and owner Glenn Taylor for a season.
Took away his bird rights.
Along with voiding the contract for Joe Smith.
Totally remember it.
Okay, it was we're talking 25 years ago.
Yeah.
But there is a precedent here for the league.
If this is true, which I believe it is true, I totally believe this is true. If this is true, the Clippers are going to get fined an exorbitant amount of money. They're going to lose draft picks, 3, 4, or 5 first-round draft picks. There's going to be some punishment for Kawhi Leonard. I don't know what that is, but I have no reason to doubt that this story is true. The league cheats. They cheat. The league cheats. I just gave you the story. The Toronto Raptors guy was totally willing to circumvent the cap to keep Kawhi.
Yeah.
I know this is fact. He was totally willing to circumvent the cap and go outside and find extra money for Kawhi.
Okay, I'm going to go off.
Hey, it's good for the sponsors, right? If I can't keep Kawhi, it's good for you guys. Give me $5 million.
Now it's time to go off the speculative crazy train here for a minute. How often does this happen, do we think? If we were to get, this certainly is a one-off.
The NBA has a very, very weak commissioner in Adam Silver. He's very, very weak. He's not David Stern. He's a very weak commissioner. I would think that after Stern left and Silver took over, that it started to become more rampant. That because Silver is a weaker commissioner, that I think teams started to, okay, what can I get away with? I can get away with this. You're testing him. It's like anything. It's like a parent, right? You weren't going to test Stern because Stern he built that freaking league. David Stern was awesome as a commissioner, and I know we hate him here because of what happened with the Spurs. I get it. But he was a good commissioner. Silver, I think, was tested a lot more, and people figured out that they could get away with a lot more with Silver.
Yeah, I wonder how, every time a deal comes down, okay, and I don't want to cite one because I don't want to make it seem like I'm suspicious of any of them.
Okay, guy signs a Supermax deal.
Yeah, player signs a Supermax deal. And immediately we have to think to ourselves, is it on the up and up? Is it legit? Is it real? Is there some side cash?
Normally
Is there something else going on?
Supermax deal, like how much more freaking money does the guy need?
Or I'll give you another example. Player X signs a deal that isn't a Supermax deal. Leaves some money on the table. You know, could have gotten more from somewhere else.
But we can't because we're over the cap.
Could have gotten, but I want to be here. We're over the cap. I don't want to go anywhere. And again, I'm not pointing fingers. I'm not naming names. I'm just using a hypothetical. But anytime a situation like that pops up, I think you almost have to immediately be a little, okay, is player X getting something else from somewhere else to make up for the fact that he took less legally to stay with this team or take less than he was owed? It makes you wonder how much stuff like this is going on behind the scenes. And if you're an owner who has done a deal like this with a player, are you trying to back out of that now so you don't get caught? Like if there's 5 other owners in the NBA who read this story and are going, oh, crap. Hey, player X, this is owner Y. Yeah, we got to talk.
What's going to happen is if the other owners push back, like, hey, I want this resolved.
Yeah, I'm doing it on the up and up.
But there might be 5 owners that be like, hey, I don't want to touch this, man. I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to get caught either.
Right.
I did it years ago with this player.
And if there are owners who have dirt on owners that they think are doing it,
yes,
they start reporting it, right? This potentially opens a giant Pandora's box. Either way, I hope the league comes down like a ton of bricks on the Clippers for
I'm telling you that it was brought to Adam Silver that Kawhi was looking to circumvent the cap with Toronto, and Silver did nothing about it. Did a quick little investigation and thought that, you know what, he just doesn't understand the rules. But you know what? We're going to get real serious about this later on. We're going to make sure this doesn't happen again and that type of deal. So it was kind of pushed under the rug. But I know for a fact that it went to Silver. It went to Adam. And this is my report that's out there. And went to Adam Silver, and Adam Silver decided to do nothing about it.
You can take us with you wherever you go. If you can't catch our show live from 2 to 6, you can find us on demand on the Arizona Sports app, arizonasports.com, or however you listen to your podcast. The Burns and Gambo podcast is brought to you by YRefi. Don't let private student loan debt ruin your life. Go to YRefi.com. That's YREFY.com. How does a determined hotel stay read as a shot at the town of Starkville, Mississippi? We'll try to connect the dots next on the Burns and Gambo Show.
Friday afternoons at 2:30 on Arizona Sports. Burns and Gambo talk Diamondbacks baseball with D-backs manager Torey Lovello. Brought to you by Estrella Jalisco. Don't miss Burns and Gambo with the skipper. 2:30 Friday afternoon. Listen on the Arizona Sports app and 98.7.
You're starting to worry that your AC unit is not going to get you through the rest of September, October, and into November. You're starting to worry. Your unit's 15 years old. Your bills have been extremely high this year, your electric bills, because the AC unit just doesn't function properly. It doesn't work. It's an old unit. Christian Brothers is offering 18 months of interest-free financing right now on all their top-selling units, including Train, Goodman, and Bryant. And Christian Brothers can get out and replace your unit very quickly, usually within about 24 hours. So if you would like to get a new AC unit now and pay it off over 18 months interest-free, you get all the top name brands right there. Christian Brothers has been around for 49 years. They are ready to help you. Call Christian Brothers at 602-222-3535. That's 602-222-3535. You can also go online for more information at cbrothers.com.
Yeah, sure. I'll call it a guilty pleasure. It's football season, and football is best served with food, wings, chips, veggies, you name it. I love it, and I love it even more with Daisy French Onion Dip. Dave Burns here. You're sitting down to watch a game with friends, and your football just isn't complete without your snacks and your Daisy French Onion or your Daisy Ranch Dip. It goes perfectly with everything you've got while watching the game. It's a staple of the weekend grocery list during football season. So give it a try. Look for Daisy French Onion Dip at a grocery store near you.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
What makes you so different than the rest of us?
We ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Tell me more.
Our investment counselors focus on service over sales, prioritizing clients' needs.
How do you make money?
We don't sell any commission-based products. We have a simple management fee based on the value of our client's portfolio. So we do better when our clients do better.
What about client portfolios?
We get to know each client, their finances, family, health, lifestyle, and more, and then we tailor a portfolio based on their specific goals and needs.
Your clients really come first then, huh?
Yes, we make them a top priority. Our goal is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement.
Wow, maybe we are different.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
All right, back here to tell you about Liberty GMC. They're in Peoria, 87th Avenue and West Bell Road in Peoria, where you can shop and buy online all the time from the comfort of your living room, libertygmcaz.com. But I'm also here to tell you about their service department, because ever since they have added this late night shift at Liberty GMC, their service department is just rocking. I mean, it is drop your car off by 8 o'clock at night. It's ready for you by the next morning. So you don't have to sit there with it. You don't have to wait for it. While you're sleeping, your car gets done. You wake up in the next morning and off you go. Your car is serviced. None of that waiting around in the lobby for your car to be done. The fact they've got the best tire deal in town. You buy 3, you get the 4th for $1. It's the only place to go to get your car serviced and not feel like you're wasting your time. 87th Avenue and West Bell Road in Peoria. Shop and buy online all the time. LibertyGMCAZ.com. GMC, we are professional grade.
I'm Mitch Varel, with Trending Now. It's presented by Parker & Sons Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical. Diamondbacks collect another series win this afternoon. 2-0 win over the Rangers in the finale after a 5-3 win last night. Zach Gallen shut out Texas through 6 innings of work. He allowed 4 hits, a walk, and struck out 5. D-backs are off tomorrow, then host the Boston Red Sox for a 3-game series. That one starts on Friday. Also regarding the Diamondbacks today, Governor Katie Hobbs was at Chase Field early for a ceremonial signing of House Bill 2704. This bill allocates $500 million in public funds to help support upgrades to Chase Field. You can read more on ArizonaSports.com, presented by Y-Refi. And the first injury report for Week 1 for the Cardinals is here. Only 2 names listed, but they both participated. Offensive linemen Will Hernandez and John Gaines II. Hernandez was limited due to a knee injury. He's recovering from an ACL tear, while Gaines was a full participant in spite of a thumb injury. And then the only name of note on the Saints report, defensive end Chase Young. He was limited today due to a calf injury. This report is brought to you by Red Mountain Weight Loss. Get real testosterone from real doctors now at Red Mountain. Boost your energy, focus, and your sex drive. Have low T? Start for free this month only at RedMountainWeightLoss.com. That's RedMountainWeightLoss.com.
Hey, it's Luke. What does ASU need to do against Mississippi State to move back up in the AP poll? We'll get into that tomorrow at 10 a.m. It's Wolf and Luke on Arizona Sports.
All right, it's a minute and 18 seconds long, but the whole segment is set up on what Kenny Dillingham said yesterday on traveling to Starkville, Mississippi, and the travel plans and the obstacles that come with traveling to Starkville, Mississippi to play Mississippi State in an SEC road game. So apologies in advance for the long cut, but it must be played. Here's Kenny Dillingham from yesterday.
So interesting is now that we play in a lot smaller towns, we play further away from stadiums, our road games. So we stay about an hour and 20, hour and 15 minutes away from the stadium this week because that's the nearest hotel that's not a casino to stay at. No, it's the truth. That's some teams stay at the casino. That wasn't even a joke. But it's just the nearest hotel. And then you talk, some guys are finicky eaters. So it's like some guys at these hotels, they don't like the food. It's not good. So now we get like sandwiches on the side. You know, Texas Tech we played last year, and our guys got sick the day of the game. We had about 10 guys that stomachs. They were getting IVs because their stomachs were sick from the food. I've never even said that. But it's just you're learning and growing along the way. So now it's like, okay, we need the food we get, and then if a player who's a finicky eater, We also need like a sub sandwich or a hamburger or something that they're comfortable with, because you're gone, the pregame meal and then the night meal if they don't go that amount of time with a good meal. So that's something that I learned, when you're going to like Seattle, right? The food, their food's unbelievable, but some of the smaller towns, it's harder to, feed 160 guys. So we're just trying to adapt.
So hold on. Can I just jump in real quick?
Oh, yeah, please.
Just jump in real quick?
Go ahead.
So Cronkite sports reporter Max Cepeda put the video out there on X. And apparently it got caught up in the Bulldogs and the Red Raiders algorithms, right?
Yeah.
His post, this was as of this morning, it's probably changed now, had more than 2 million views and more than 400 comments from people.
How? There's only like 47 people that live in Starkville.
From either Starkville or what would be Lubbock that are like, dude, what the hell, right?
Wow.
So Kenny, you certainly didn't mean to, but has stirred the pot a little bit about where they're staying in Starkville.
All right, I have the stats right now.
Oh, please do.
The stats of what? How many people live there?
No, the stats from the tweet.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
2.5 million views, 455 comments, 577 retweets, and over 10,000 likes.
Wow.
So go get him, Max.
So the Clarion Ledger, the newspaper out there that covers Mississippi State, it's like their big newspaper. Did Kenny Dillingham take a shot at Starkville before Mississippi State versus Arizona State game? That's what he said. Did he take a shot at it? He put the quote there, and he goes, there are no casinos in Starkville. It's a population of about 25,000 people. The guy says there are no casinos here. The nearest casino is in the Pearl River Resort in Philadelphia, about an hour's drive from Starkville. Visiting teams who play Mississippi State often stay in Tupelo, Columbus,
Tupelo,
Columbus, or Tuscaloosa. Columbus is about a 30-minute drive. So this guy's basically saying, look, there's no casinos. Now the food thing, I'm sure that's a concern, feeding 160 people and trying to get decent food. I've been in places to where it was hard to get a decent meal. Finland, very hard. It was either reindeer or moose, and I don't like either. So we almost starved. But I get it.
I'm sure you
oh
did
my
fine.
God.
I'm
we
sure,
did not.
I'm sure
I'm
you did
telling
fine.
We did not.
Sure you ate just fine.
We did not eat fine in Finland.
There are people who are actually starving. I'm sure you didn't actually.
What's for dinner tonight? Reindeer or moose? Well, how about tomorrow? Reindeer or moose? How about tonight? It'll be reindeer or moose, sir. That's what we over.
There weren't vegetables as an option.
They were like bread. You could just eat bread.
I'm telling
bread. Ask my wife. We almost starved to death in Finland.
Yeah.
The point here is they are taking this, and it's bulletin board material. If I'm Mississippi State, I'm taking advantage of this. This is bulletin board material. Hey, he thinks that this is a hick town. He thinks we don't have any restaurants here. He thinks that we don't have any hotels here. The only place you can go, you got to go to a casino. What
where are these casinos he's talking about? There are none here.
I am absolutely using this to my advantage. If I am the Mississippi State coaching staff, if I'm the AD, if I'm anybody, I'm going to use this to my advantage.
Wasn't it Ray Anderson back when he was the AD?
West Virginia?
The West Virginia thing.
Virginia.
When the Big 12 alignment was announced, and he's like, I'm going to make every single road trip, but I ain't going there.
I'm not going there.
And everybody was like, dude, we just let you into our conference.
Right, and you're
Be
saying,
nicer than that. Be nicer to us than that. We just let you in.
Right.
All right. We're your lifeboat here for your sinking Pac-12 conference.
Now,
be nicer than that.
Now, I don't know if Jeff Lebby put this up on the board. That's a Mississippi State coach. I don't know if he put that up on the board, but you're looking for every advantage you can get. Sure. I tend to think that Kenny Dillingham probably gave them a little bit of bulletin board material. Now, will it matter? I don't know. But he gave them something. It's obviously become a big story. It's a huge story in their newspaper.
Big story there, sure.
It's a big story in their newspaper. Did Dillingham take a shot at Starkville? The fans are going to be going crazy. It's SEC environment on the road, tough enough. Well, now you kind of knocked them a little bit about their town and their food and their hospitality. And now they think about it.
I just think that, yes, To answer all of your questions, yes, did he deliberately do it? And of course he didn't deliberately do it. I don't think he did. I think Kenny was just doing what Kenny's
doing what he does.
Speaking from the heart, speaking honestly, speaking oftentimes without a filter, right? Like he just kind of lets you in and he does the thing and he's being Kenny and that's just how he is. But there's no question that if I were everybody that you just mentioned, I would use this as bulletin board material. If we were doing sports talk radio in Starkville, Mississippi right now, I'm sure we'd be talking about this every segment, right? Oh, the big-time coach from the big-time city comes in and thinks he's like this big-time guy, whatever. Yeah, of course. Will it make a bit of difference on Saturday? Probably not.
Yeah.
Probably not. But they'll use it. They'll try to use it. I don't think, is that going to be the reason why it's a close game? It's not a close game. ASU wins, ASU loses. You know what I mean? Like, are we really going to assign that level of responsibility to this, that it will affect the outcome of the game on Saturday? Or is it just a fun little side story to talk about?
The initial thought is it's a fun little side story to talk about.
Okay.
But you don't know what motivates people. Different things motivate different people. Now, first of all, Mississippi State should be motivated already. They lost to Arizona State last year.
Yes.
Okay, that's one. That's motivation enough. Okay. Number two, it's motivation because you're going to beat a top-ranked team. You could put this on your resume. You're going to beat a ranked team if you take them. Number three, motivate. You're at home in front of your fans. You want to win the game. Number four is, by the way, they took a knock at you. So number one is revenge. Number two is you get to knock off a top-ranked opponent. Mm-hmm. Number three is home game. You want to win your home. And number four is, hey, by the way, you know what this guy thinks of us?
Yeah. And in the midst of all of that, I think there's a number five that doesn't have anything to do with the food or the hotels or anything like that. This is a road game on a Saturday night in an SEC town. That is, I don't care who you're playing. Yeah. That's not easy. Okay, and to me, above the hotels and the food and the shots and the perceived lack of respect or whatever it is that might be floating around Starkville, Mississippi right now, I get it, and I give credence to all of it. Mm-hmm. But I still think the most important thing going into Saturday's game, that's a Saturday night SEC town.
Yep.
There's nothing else to do but go to that football game.
Right.
It's a supercharged environment when you're playing on the road in the SEC on a Saturday night. Now, ASU, roster-wise, is completely superior to Mississippi State. They should beat them by 10 points in that game, if not more than that.
Okay.
But
what are they favored by?
8.5.
Okay.
I think the initial line was 8.5. Okay, was what ASU was favored by. I'm circling this one a little bit as kind of a be careful game. Be careful with this one.
I agree.
I know you're better than them.
I agree.
But be careful on this one because there's just something different about these games on a Saturday night in that conference.
I mean, if you believe that a crowd can motivate players and pump players up, this crowd is going to be, they're all going to know about this story. Everybody at that stadium is going to know about this story. And okay, that's what you think of my town? People are protective of their town. They're protective of their heritage. They're protective of where they're from.
As they should be.
And they should be.
They should be. They should be.
Those people, those people born and raised in Starkville and that are going to die in Starkville, they love it there, right? They love it there. And you can knock it all day long, the food and the hotel, but they're going to stick up for their town.
The line is moved, by the way. It's now 6.5, according to Lauren.
Oh, see, Kenny did that. Kenny did that.
The hotels and the restaurants in Starkville just moved that line by 2 points, right? Oh,
if I'm a restaurant serving ASU, okay. All right.
No Sun Devils allowed.
You like your food a little extra spicy, Kenny?
Those things you worry that they might be doing to your food in the drive-thru.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to be doing them to ASU.
Hey, party of 160 for Arizona State. Oh, okay, I got you.
You need to stay far, far away from Starkville now if you're ASU. Because, the things that they do to your food, it's going to be... It's going to be done. That was funny. I enjoyed that conversation. When we come back, we're a month removed from the trade deadline. Were the Diamondbacks winners? That's next on the Burns and Gambo Show.
Last Sunday was no ordinary Sunday. That was the last Sunday without NFL football till next year, y'all. And this Sunday is definitely not ordinary either. It's when the Cardinals began their 2025 season. After all the mini camps and messing around, scrimmaging and horse hockey and stuff, this Sunday, it gets real.
The Cardinals start 2025 at New Orleans. Cardinals Saints pregame begins before the sun shines with kickoff at 10 a.m. Sunday morning on the home of Arizona Cardinals football. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
$195 million collectively. A member of Global Credit Union, all the members of Global Credit Union collectively saved $195 million last year doing their banking with Global Credit Union versus doing their banking with a bank. And the reason why, Global members pay low to no fees on their accounts. Global members get better interest rates than they can at a bank. It's a better way of banking. It's better for you as a member of Global Credit Union. It's better for me as a member of Global Credit Union. That's why I'm a member, and I have been for years, because it's just a better way of banking with better benefits than you're going to find at a bank. They've got 10 branches throughout the Valley. They've got an easy-to-use mobile app. It always puts you in control of your finances. So whether it's checking accounts, savings accounts, loans, whatever it is that you use a bank for, use Global Credit Union. You can become a member today. Certainly explore the benefits of becoming a member at globalcu.org. That's globalcu.org. Your world of financial possibilities. Free checking and no monthly maintenance fee. Only apply to core checking accounts. Direct deposit required for early payday. Other fees may apply.
Enter to be the next Arizona sports fan of the game, presented by Redbird Farms Chicken. Win tickets to a Cardinals home game, be featured on the Jumbotron, and receive a $100 grocery gift card. Text Redbird to 620-620 to enter to win today.
Message and data rates may apply.
Pioneer Landscape Centers is now part of Site One, bringing you more inventory, better prices, and 14 Arizona locations. From hardscape to irrigation, we've got it covered. Visit pioneerco.com and order today. Again, that's pioneerco.com.
Hey everybody, Dan Bickley here, and we all know summers are never ending in Arizona, where it's way too hot outside for your AC to not be in tip-top shape. Call the pros at Parker & Sons for all your heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical needs. A company that has served the Valley for 50 years. They have got your back 24/7, and when you need them, they'll be there in minutes, not days. Call 602-2-REPAIR. That's 602, the number 2, then REP AIR for Parker & Sons.
We're calling professional wide receiver Michael Wilson. Hey, Michael, where are you?
I'm on my way to practice in my Arrowhead Honda. Man, I absolutely love it. The team at Arrowhead Honda takes great care of their customers, and they're really like family to me. The game isn't till Sunday, but I feel like I've already won with Arrowhead Honda.
Head down to Arrowhead Honda today and score big with unbeatable deals and top-notch service.
Be sure to tell them number 14, Michael Wilson, sent you. Go Red.
Hey basketball fans, Tom Chambers here reminding you that just like in a game, you need a solid defense for your home. And that starts with a reliable roof from Right Way Roofing. Hey Lori, as owner of Right Way Roofing, what sets you apart from the competition?
Our team tackles any roofing challenge, from shingles to tile to foam roofing. We'll make sure your roof wins against the toughest opponents: rain, wind, and even those scorching summer days.
Make Right Way Roofing your MVP.
We're Right Way Roofing and we do it right. We'll always keep you watertight.
Love telling you about the Schwartz Laser Eye Center and Dr. J. Schwartz. And if you are looking for a vision correction procedure, I highly recommend Dr. J. Schwartz. I wouldn't recommend anybody else. You know why? Because I went there for my eye care needs. My whole family goes there. I had LASIK surgery done 15 years ago. I remember people asking me at the time, well, what's going to happen in 5 years, 10 years, 15 years? Nothing. I still see great. Daytime, nighttime, up close, far away. I've got no issues with my eyes at all. Dr. Schwartz did a great job for me. He'll do a great job for you. Between the ages of 40 and 50, our eyesight changes. It does. It changes. That's why Vince Murata's gone to the Schwartz Laser Eye Center. And recently, Kevin Ray went to the Schwartz Laser Eye Center. And he had his vision correction taken care of. So if you want to get a vision correction procedure, you're nearsighted, farsighted, having astigmatism, let's call the Schwartz Laser Eye Center. 480-483-EYES. Locations in Glendale, Scottsdale, and Mesa. And Dr. Schwartz is the team eye doctor for your red-hot Arizona Diamondbacks and your Phoenix Suns. Call him at 480-483-EYES or go online at teamidoc.com.
The Burns and Gambo Need to Know Social Poll.
Presented by Sanderson Ford.
All right, here's Lauren with today's social media poll question of the day on a shorter edition of the Burns and Gambo
By the way, I got
show.
that Mississippi State guy, the beat writer who wrote that story about like Starkville and Kenny. He's going to come on tomorrow.
So we're going to get all the good restaurants and get the lowdown on how great the
what's the
town
best restaurant there? Like, yeah.
For your itinerary to Starkville?
I've heard Mississippi is a great state. I've heard it's a great state.
You know what?
I heard it's a wonderful state.
One of the few states I don't think I've actually been to. I've been to Alabama. I've been to Louisiana. I think maybe I drove through it as a kid when I was young, so I bet I have been to Mississippi.
I'm in favor of Mississippi.
I'm not anti-Mississippi.
I'm totally for Mississippi.
I'd like them to lose this weekend. I have nothing against Mississippi at all. M-I-S-S-I-S-S-I-P-P-I.
It's a strong state. I like it.
Who didn't learn how to spell that?
M-I-S-S-I-S-S-I-P-P-I, yeah. Even I can spell it.
And if Gambo can spell it,
anyone
it can be spelled.
spell it.
Yes, it can be spelled. What is our poll question today?
Well, our poll question today leads into our discussion about the D-backs, and that has to do with the future of the D-backs, because with Lourdes Gurriel Jr. likely out for next season as well, which direction should the D-backs go with their upcoming off-season?
Oh, boy.
Should they, A, stay aggressive in free agency and the trade market? Should they, B, make marginal additions and subtractions to their roster? Or C, sell off pieces and try again in 2027?
Hey, I'm not punting. I got a good team. I've got a good baseball team. I'm not punting on a year. I'll deal without Burns and Martinez and Puck, but I need to replace those guys. And if I have to do it cheaper, I got to do it cheaper, but I'm going to do it.
A, stay aggressive. Go. Keep pushing.
And A, stay aggressive is leading the way with 44% of the vote. 38% are going with make marginal additions and subtractions, and 18% are saying sell off pieces.
All right, that's the poll question. Thank you, Lauren. You can find it on the Burns and Gambo X page. And yeah, tomorrow we'll have on the Mississippi State beat writer his name is Sam. Oh, good. Sam's a good solid
Sam
name.
Sklar. He's going to join us tomorrow. He is the Mississippi State beat reporter for the Clarion Ledger. So he's going to join us tomorrow.
Find out how much of a motivating factor this is going to be.
Starkville. Tell me about Starkville. You got a Burger King on the corner somewhere?
Don't make fun of him like that. Come on. He's agreed to come on the show. You can't do that.
I'm not going to make fun of him. Like I said, I think I've heard Mississippi's a great state.
You can't ask him if there's a Burger King on the corner. It kind of makes it sound like you're making fun of him. I'm sure they have very fine restaurants there. That's
exactly.
The whole point.
Yeah. What's the best? I'm going to even look it up. What's the best restaurant in Starkville?
We'll find out
Subway?
tomorrow.
No, I'm teasing.
See, there you go again.
I know.
Come on. You can't do that.
I know.
He's never going to agree to be on the show if you do that. You got to be nice to him. We're nice to our guests here on the Burns and Gambo show.
I'm going to be nice to him. I'm looking forward to it.
Just don't make the Burger King joke is all I'm saying.
They got a steakhouse called 44 Prime.
I'm sure it's wonderful.
It's been booked 14 times today. They got a restaurant called Rosie Baby, Cajun style.
The trade deadline in Major League Baseball was just about a month ago.
They got a Buffalo Wild Wings.
And the Arizona Diamondbacks, at the time, they were big sellers. At the time, they were moving on from everybody. But at the time, they were also 51-58. Now they're a game below 500. Now, they haven't made a ton of traction in the standings. Okay, they're still too far out with too few games to go. But today on ESPN.com, they were kind of doing a revisiting of the 2025 MLB trade deadline a month later.
This is a terrific story. And so many teams failed.
I know. And they're saying the Arizona Diamondbacks in the deadline aftermath, you can argue whether the losses of Kelly, Naylor, Suarez, Miller, and Grichuk have helped. And they say it's hard to claim that Arizona has played better because of those departures. But the Snakes have played better. They went 17-12 in August.
Yeah.
They've won the first couple of games in September. They were both in the top 10 in run scoring and run prevention. I don't know if they're a better baseball team, but they've played better in the month of August since the trade deadline.
But they knocked the Cubs. They knocked the Mets. They knocked the Yankees. They knocked the Rangers. Like, they knocked just about everybody. For what they did, all these teams that added players, it's like, okay, well, you didn't do very good. Like the Yankees' trajectory changed sharply over the second half of August. A month they exited as one of baseball's hottest teams. Then they make all these trades, and it says the Yankees fans will enter October in an even more heightened state of anxiety than usual. If not for the solid work done by David Bernard, New York's work bolstering the relief group might look even worse. Most of the teams that made trades, they've kind of had like a negative approach about it. Even the Mariners need their big guns to get hot at the same time because nothing, not even a playoff spot, is assured. So talking about adding Suarez, adding Naylor, and it says the results have been mixed. Mm-hmm. You know, at first, Seattle's OPS before Mariners debut was 0.708, and now it's 0.761. It's not getting any better. At third base, the OPS was 0.664. Now it's 659. So nothing much. You added these guys, but they're not that much better. So you look at the Diamondbacks, you look at what they've done, and it's saying they're playing better baseball. They've got a lot of players in the system. We don't know if they're going to be great players or not. But like you said, and I agree with it, you're hoping 2 or 3 of these guys pop. You don't need all of them to pop. But you added, 10 players at the trade deadline? If 2 or 3 of them could pop and be good major leaguers, you'll take it.
Yeah, and that's what you need for this to work. Now, look, they're not a better baseball team because they sold at the deadline. There's no cause and effect here, right? The only guy you could argue there's cause and effect with was Zach Gallen, who pitched again today, who was brilliant again today, who's been nothing but brilliant since the trade deadline. I would buy that he got better because of the trade deadline because he did not get traded. And that was a relief that was off of his mind that he wasn't going to get moved, and he's been able to relax because of it. They're not better because of what they did at the deadline. They're playing better, but it's not because of what they did on the trade deadline, right? Right. I think it's just because when you trade all those players at the deadline, our expectations of the Diamondbacks went to nothing. I mean, it was just like, yeah, man, that's it. Season's done. It's over. They traded 5 dudes. Their 2 corner infielders are gone. Their most consistent starting pitcher this year is gone. We've got, and so because of that, anything that is moderately decent since then is going to be viewed as a giant win because our expectations were nothing after the deadline. Absolutely nothing. Whereas the Mariners or any team that added at the deadline, their expectations go way up.
Okay.
And when they fail to live up to that, well, then it's a giant failure.
Would you agree that Ryan Helsley was the best closer available?
Off the top of my head.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Helsley.
Bednar was pretty good too. But
Bednar was good. I mean, so Helsley, who had 49 saves in 2024, by the way. With the Cardinals this year, he had an ERA of 3. With the Mets right now, he's got an ERA of 11.45. Yeah. He's been a disaster.
Yes.
The Mets traded for Ryan Helsley. He can't get anybody out. So it's like, okay, we went after the best guy, and he sucks. What are you supposed to do? Everybody wants you to be all in and go for these players, but a lot of times it backfires on you.
When we come back on the Burns and Gambo show, the Arizona Cardinals getting ready for their first road trip. We presume the food will be fine in New Orleans. How much could a tweak in travel play into the Cardinals' performance on Sunday? That is next as we are live from the Casino Arizona and Talking Stick Resort Studios.
Dbacks decision makers from the team's front office join Wolf and Luke Wednesday mornings at 11:45 for Dbacks Front Office Focus. Brought to you by Canvas Annuity. The home of Arizona Diamondbacks baseball is Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
I read a lot of financial advice every day. Always these people, I've got this much money and I've got a pension and can I retire at 62 or can I retire at 60 or I've got this much money but this is how much I spend. Can I retire? And I read a lot of that stuff just to see where people are and how they're doing it as I approach my retirement. But I always recommend that you have a financial advisor that can work for you. And for me, it's easy to be able to bounce my ideas off of Stuart Willis, go over my plan that he helped put together, my retirement plan, my financial plan. But I also want to make sure that my financial advisor, who's also a fiduciary, is going to be with me after I retire. Okay, now I'm not making the money anymore, but I need to be able to use my money and make it work for me. I need somebody to help me make the right decisions in retirement too. Not just when I'm making money and investing money, but also when I stop working and I need to use that money the right way to get me through retirement. That's why I recommend to everybody out there, you go with a local company like Asset Preservation Wealth and Tax. Stuart Willis is a fiduciary, 5 locations in the Valley, and he won't be one of those guys that just checks in on you once a year. He'll be with you every step of the way. Call him at 602-877-PLAN for a free review. That's 602-877-PLAN.
Investment advisory services offered through Foundations Investment Advisors, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
The Labor Day sale is on at Brooklyn Bedding. Everything in-store and online is 30% off now through September 3rd, and another 5% for active and retired military. And if you're looking for luxury, be sure to check out the Elite Collection from sister brand Helix Sleep. Available at all 12 Brooklyn Bedding locations, the Helix Elite offers unmatched luxury made with 5 high-density foam layers. Tell them Wolf sent you for the Labor Day sale at Brooklyn Bedding. And remember, for the best sleep ever, get the best mattress ever at Brooklyn Bedding.
Hey everybody, Dan Bickley here for Advanced Window Products, and we all know the Arizona sun can do a number on your house. And if your home is 15 years or older, chances are good you need new windows. So do what I did. Take advantage of a great summertime special at Advanced Window Products, where you are going to get a $2,500 discount on any purchase of 10 or more windows. Advanced Window Products, a family-owned, locally operated company with a great vibe. Their approach is to treat customers as friendships. They offer the highest-rated windows in the state, the most affordable, high-quality custom windows you are going to find, and that's because there's no middleman at Advanced Window Products. They have their own factory where they'll build your windows, they'll install your windows, and they will guarantee them for life. And remember, purchase 10 windows, you get a $2,500 discount. 480-790-7480, online at advancedwindows.com.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have Leaf Filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today. See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. One discount per household.
So my mother is thinking of switching from Verizon to Pure Talk, but she's worried the deal sounds too good to be true. Michael, she said, how can those Pure Talk people offer me the same basic service as Verizon for so much less money? I said, Mom, go ask Google how much Verizon spends on advertising and promotion. A few seconds later, my mother said, oh my goodness, $12 billion a year? That must be a typo. I'll tell you what I told my mom. It's not a typo. Verizon spends $12 billion a year on advertising and promotion, and their customers are paying for it. Well, Pure Talk doesn't spend that kind of money on commercials. Trust me, I would know. Consequently, they can offer you and my mother unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data on a blazing fast 5G network for just $25 a month. Dial pound 250 and say the words Mike Rowe, and you'll get an additional 50% off your first month. That's pound 250 Mike Rowe. Pure Talk. Everything you need and nothing you don't.
KMVP FM Phoenix, live from the Casino Arizona and Talking Stick Resort Studio. Arizona Sports, the local sports leader.
I'm Mitch Veraldis with Trending Now. It's presented by Parker & Sons Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical. Diamondbacks collected another series win this afternoon, 2-0 win over the Rangers. Maybe that'll sound better. No, not really. 5-3 win last night, so they take the last 2 of 3 against Texas. Now they're getting set for a 3-game set against the Boston Red Sox. Also earlier today, the Diamondbacks had Governor Katie Hobbs in-house as she had a ceremonial signing of House Bill 2704. This bill allocates $500 million in public funding to help support upgrades to Chase Field. You can read more on ArizonaSports.com, presented by Y-Refi. And the first injury report for Week 1 for the Arizona Cardinals has arrived. Only 2 names listed for Arizona, offensive lineman Will Hernandez and John Gaines II. Hernandez was limited due to a knee injury. Gaines was a full participant in spite of a thumb injury. Of note, on the Saints end of the report, defensive end Chase Young was limited today due to a calf injury. This report is brought to you by Casino Arizona and Talking Stick Resort. Football watch parties kick off this Sunday at Casino Arizona and Talking Stick Resort with special guests, drink specials, and more.
Hey, it's Kellen with Arizona Sports at Night. The Saints have a lot of weaknesses the Cardinals can take advantage of in Week 1. We'll spotlight the most important ones at 7 o'clock on Arizona Sports at Night here on Arizona Sports, the local sports leader.
Yeah,
Tip jar this one for me, please. Sir Duke by Stevie Wonder. It's a great song.
Yeah, good song.
It's a really good song.
Good song.
It reminds me of the 70s so much. It reminds me of the backseat of my dad's car.
Oh, man. With no seatbelts.
No, with no seatbelts.
No seatbelts.
No.
Parents smoking. No seatbelts.
They probably were. Yeah, green Pontiac. Actually, not that far from where our studios are right now. Our first house was just a couple miles that way growing up here. So
it's amazing we lived to today.
It's amazing.
Drinking out of hoses.
It's amazing we made it.
Sharing drinks with people, never thinking twice about it.
I know. It's a miracle we're here. But here we are, and we're the Burns and Gambo Show, along with Lauren and Mitch, and we're here to entertain you and educate you for the next hour or so. Here on Arizona Sports, the local sports leader, the Arizona Cardinals getting ready for regular season game number 1. They're traveling on the road, going to New Orleans to take on the Saints this Sunday. We'll have a lot more about this game over the course of the next couple of days. Preview the Saints, even though they're expected to be one of the worst teams in the NFL. A little bit of a different tone from Jonathan. Not tone necessarily from Jonathan Gannon.
Did he mention
today.
anything about it's hard to get a good hotel here or it's hard to get good food?
No.
Okay, I just want to make sure he didn't
first of all,
say anything about the food in New Orleans.
It is not hard to get a good hotel in New Orleans. It is not hard to get a good meal in New Orleans. You can say a lot about New Orleans. You can't say either of those things. Although, did you see the link that I sent you to the ticket? The get-in price on StubHub is like $37 for this game.
Yeah. People, they're not buying the Saints in New Orleans.
Well, it's a full rebuild. It's a full rebuild.
They're an old team too. Full rebuild with an older team.
Yeah, and that's the one difference. I was going to say they are us from 2 years ago. First year head coach. The only difference is they don't really have a quarterback, and the Cardinals had Kyler. But 2 years ago, the Cardinals were a full-on rebuild, and everybody knew it. And they're kind of in that same boat.
Well, that's why they could be playing Rattler. Like I think, Rattler won the job, but they might not want Shuck to get his brains beat in. For 17 games. I'm a big believer in that, not letting a rookie quarterback play all 17.
And they might also be lining themselves up for the number 1 pick in the draft when they can get Arch Manning, who's clearly got local ties because of his grandfather who played for the Saints.
Arch Manning? Come on, he was terrible against Ohio State.
Or they could get Garrett Nussmeier, the LSU quarterback. There's like 2 really neon sign obvious quarterbacks they could take in the first pick potentially if they're that bad. But that's a long, long ways from now. Jonathan Gannon is changing how they're handling road trips this year. I'll let him explain.
Yeah, we're going to make it a one-day. So we changed our normal one-day schedule when you're not flying across time zones. They're Central Time, so 2 hours ahead of us. But so we tweaked it a little bit. We looked at it, talked to the experts about that. It is a little bit of a change for us, how we've handled that before the time change for our first 2 years here. We typically made that a 2-day. We're making it a 1-day. So talked to our guys about, this was last Thursday, about the advantages of how we're doing it and the disadvantages and how to negate the disadvantages of it. So I feel good where we're at.
There's only one road trip they're taking this year where there's a 3-hour time difference between their body clocks and where they're going to be playing. And that's the Indianapolis Colts in Week 6, according to Darren
What's the
Urban.
time difference in New Orleans?
2 hours. So they're basically
saying... It's a 3-hour flight.
Anytime there's a 2-hour time difference, we're going to fly in the day before and not 2 days before.
So get there Friday. Get there Saturday.
Play the game. Have
dinner.
Yep.
Go to sleep, play the game, get out.
Get out. As opposed to the past, where a trip that long, they might come in on a Friday, stay a couple of nights. Apparently, they did the research and they studied. Because the Cardinals are, say what you want, and I trust Darren's numbers on this. He would know better than anybody. In the first 2 seasons of Jonathan Gannon, the Cardinals are 4-13 on the road. So clearly, adapting how they go about things might be one of the first things on Jonathan Gannon's mind.
4-13 on the road.
4-13 on the road in his first 2 seasons.
So you change things up a little bit.
Yeah, and it's a minor change, but
remember back 10, 12 years ago, the Cardinals were having such a hard time winning on the road.
I do.
And they were just trying to figure it out. Do we go for 2 days? Do we not go? Do we just go the day of the game?
Do we stay back there for a week?
Stay back there for a week? Like, what do we do?
Yeah.
Because they could not win road games.
Jonathan Gannon spoke about the...
I don't mind it, 50% of the team's got to do it, It's just no big deal. We just got to understand our opponent, understand the environment, take care of our business, 4 to 8 hours before the game, how we got to handle that, how we're traveling, all that stuff. But we'll do a good job with it.
Kyler also spoke with the media today, and two in particular that I want you and everybody to listen to is Kyler Murray and, our conversation with Kyler about not taking the shots downfield and the offense. He was asked a question today on how he's adjusted to taking more boring plays in this offense. Okay. Here's what he said.
Yeah, I think that's just the maturation of the game as you get older. Talking to Peyton in Denver, just those type of things. You really cherish those, the checkdowns, the throwing the ball away, or taking a sack when you need to, or not taking a sack when just the little nuances of the position that when you're a rookie, second-year guy, you don't really understand. You're in college, you don't understand. So just being in that being in that position now as an older dude, knowing what we're trying to accomplish. So again, not always trying to make the flashy play, and I think just keeping the offense on schedule will be fine.
It goes back to we're just gonna, if we have to be boring to win a football game, we're gonna be boring. If not only does it have to be the flashy play. We talked to Gannon about the no risk it, no biscuit with Arians. Yesterday. You going to take the shots down the field, and because again, you take shots down the field, and he called them the double positives. I kind of got the feeling from Gannon that they want to take more shots down the field.
I agree.
I kind of got the feeling from Murray when we had Murray on with us that he was frustrated that they weren't taking those shots down the field.
I double agree.
I think they're going to do it.
I think they're going to do it. I think
they're going to go down the field.
I think they have to do it. I think it needs to. Their passing offense needs to evolve. I mean, they can run the ball all they want. They can use their 12 personnel, 13 personnel all they want. Man, this is still very much a passing league, and I think there's real value to it. And for an early part of his career, Kyler was quite good at it, quite good at going down the field. I think they need to be there again. So that leads into soundbite number 2. Where have things improved the most between him and Marvin Harrison Jr.?
I would say communication, and understanding what he's thinking, and him understanding what I'm thinking. But I think as a rookie, hell, he might have been scared of me. I don't know what he like it just. He had to get to know him a little bit. He's got to feel comfortable with you, and just we had to go through the fire kind of to get that relationship to keep going and keep making strides off the field. That way we could feel each other on and off the field as far as what he's thinking, what I'm thinking. But no, man, me and Marv are in a great place. Honestly, night and day from when we drafted him to now. He'll start conversations with me. I don't gotta beg him to talk to me or anything like that. So, no, I love where we're at. Now it's just time to go execute.
I asked Kyler when we had him on about elevating the play of the players around him. Like one of the things, the knock on you, and I went through 3 of them, but one of them was, can you elevate the other players around you? It does start with Marvin Harrison Jr. because you've already got the connection with Trey McBride. And the connection with Marvin Harrison Jr. is a lot more. It's a lot more important than the connection with anybody else in the wide receiving core. So we didn't criticize the amount of times Marvin Harrison Jr. was targeted last year. We criticized the amount of times it actually led to a completion.
Yeah, the connection was.
So that's
what's
got to get better.
One more I want to play. This is from Jonathan Gannon, and this is in response to what Kellen Moore, the head coach of the Saints, said about the Cardinals defense yesterday. Quote. It's really challenging because some of it feels like it's according to rules and some of it feels like it breaks rules. Jonathan and those guys have done an awesome job developing a really, really innovative system, close quote. I asked Gannon about that yesterday. He kind of, we're not that unique. But here's what Gannon had to say today. If it's meaningful to receive praise on the defense from Kellen Moore.
Not really. I have a high opinion of Kellen. If you go back and look at my track record against him, it's not good. Truthfully. He's always had really good offenses. He's very creative. I love it. It makes it really hard on the defense how he calls the game. He's been a couple different stops, and his offense is playing a way that's hard to defend. It really is. And not just because he's got good players, take that out of it. Schematically, he's hard to defend. The pace that he plays with is hard to defend. It puts you on your heels, and he's always been ahead of me. So we got our work cut out for it. Now I'm not calling the game, so it's a little bit different. But I got a high opinion of Kellen.
just a question of whether he has the personnel to make it tough on Jonathan Gannon this week.
Yeah, like you said, all indications are that they're in a rebuild, that there's not a lot of key players on that team, that they've got a little bit of an older roster, and that it's going to take time. So this is just kind of a rebuild year for New Orleans.
Keep tuning in to Arizona Sports at Night. Tune in to Arizona Sports at Night. It's right after Sparky's Den tonight. Kellen and Mitch breaking down the D-backs Rangers game, previewing the Cardinals' trip to the Bayou to take on the Saints. Listen on Arizona Sports 98.7 FM or on the Arizona Sports app. We know who the X-factors are for the Arizona Cardinals. Who are the off-the-radar X-factors for the Arizona Cardinals this year? That's next on the Burns and Gambo Show.
You and your phone have the key to the Arizona sports universe with the Arizona Sports app. Bickley and Murata, Wolf and Luke, Burns and Gambo, live streaming shows and podcasts. Plus, listen to D-backs play-by-play.
3-2 swung on. That's it high. Deep to left.
Download the Arizona Sports app, presented by Ready Services Plumbing and Air Conditioning.
Love telling you about the Lund Mortgage team. They're ready to help you right now with new home loans, getting pre-approved for a mortgage, helping people with home equity lines of credit. But one of the things that's very hot right now is people looking and buying houses. A lot of houses on the market. We've seen house prices drop. We've seen interest rates come down just enough to help people out. So a lot of people that have been renting are saying, okay, this is the time for me to buy. Purchasing is a good time. The house price is coming down, and we're seeing a lot of seller incentives because the houses are staying on the market a little bit longer. People start to panic a little bit, and then that could benefit you as a buyer. The Lund Mortgage team would love to get you pre-approved for free, absolutely free. They won't charge you for it, and once you're pre-approved, well, then you've got the ability to go purchase that house. The seller knows you're serious. You know you've got the backing of the bank, that you're going to get that mortgage. You're good to go. Let the Lund Mortgage team, the local mortgage company for well over 30 years right here in Arizona, help you. Call them at 623-889-0130. That's 623-889-0130.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, the Scratch Kitchen delivers lunch in the clutch. I mean, where else can you order a 29-degree draft beer and a quickie combo on your lunch break? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth Smith with Oliver Smith Jeweler, a local family business started by my dad, Oliver Smith, right here in the Valley. Dad, you've been importing diamonds and cutting out the middleman for decades. How did that change things?
Well, we dropped the price, but not the quality. By importing diamonds and manufacturing jewelry ourselves, we cut out the middleman and passed about a 35% savings directly to our clients. We sell almost all of our diamonds with GIA certifications because that's how you create value. And value and trust are the cornerstones of our business.
Shopping for jewelry can be intimidating, but it doesn't have to be. Whether it's an engagement ring, anniversary gift, tennis bracelet, or diamond studs, we make the process easy and personal. Trust Oliver Smith Jeweler.
We have some of the best diamond prices in the country, and we are right here in your backyard.
Come experience why Oliver Smith Jeweler does diamonds differently. Visit us in Scottsdale at the Shops at Gainey Village and in Fashion Square Mall.
Dan Bickley here with my guy, Shane O'Hanrahan, GM at Chapman BMW, one of the best dealerships you are going to find on the planet.
That's because we're different, Bick. We're a family-run business for 58 years. We have employees that have worked at our store for 30 and up to 40 years. It's a great place to work and a family that cares about its employees and its customers. So put us to the test. Come on down, see how easy it is to do business with Chapman BMW, and I'll ensure you'll get the very best deal.
That's Chapman BMW, 2 great locations,
1 great experience.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. I am quite aware of the dangers being on the road. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. These families' lives will be changed in an instant. We fight for these families as if they were our own. We've become America's largest injury law firm by winning cases just like these. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Injured? Dial # law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Are you afraid of running out of money in retirement? If so, you're not alone. In fact, studies show it's people's #1 concern, but there is a solution. Canvas Annuity offers a retirement savings product with one of the most competitive crediting rates in the country, up to 6.2% per year.
The best part is you can get access to these industry-leading rates online in a few simple steps by visiting canvasannuity.com. Great rates, simple online products.
Are you looking to hire? ZipRecruiter finds the best candidate for your job fast. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Hey everybody, Dan Bickley here. The NFL season kicks off Thursday night. We'll get you prepped up. Fun begins at 6 a.m. on Arizona Sports.
All right, back here on the Burns and Gambo show on Arizona Sports, the local sports leader on this Wednesday. The Arizona Cardinals, we were talking about in the last segment, ready to head to New Orleans to open their season against the Saints on Sunday, then the home opener against the strangely dangerous Carolina Panthers. At least they are to the Arizona Cardinals. The Cardinals have always kind of struggled against Carolina, so that's coming up in week 2. But it's with high anticipation that we go into the season, year 3 of the Monty Austin-Ford, Jonathan Gannon regime. We're all looking forward to it. The expectations have been elevated. I saw a story today on Sports Illustrated listing the X-factor players for the Arizona Cardinals. And I'm not disagreeing with any of these names at all.
Okay.
They are all clearly X-factor guys for the Cardinals.
Some more than others.
Some are just, they were very obvious names. And they're obvious for a reason. They're obvious because, yes, of course, Kyler Murray is an X-factor on offense for the Cardinals. James Conner, Marvin Harrison Jr., Paris Johnson Jr., Trey McBride, they all need to have great seasons for the Cardinals to be great, right?
Yeah, that's Captain Obvious right there.
Well, and I don't, I don't mean to disrespect the person who wrote it because I don't know who did, but I was looking at it going, okay, yes, of course, those are all very much X factors for the Arizona Cardinals. I came up with 5 guys on my own that are like off the radar, and I want to run them by you.
Let's do it
and see if did I miss anybody, or would you put anybody on my list that I didn't have?
You're gonna have 2 cornerbacks on that list.
Well, this is just offense. I'll go defense too.
Okay,
I
just do an offense.
But I'll do defense too because they also had a defensive article.
Okay.
All right. So on offense, my underrated X factor guys: Trey Benson.
Yes.
Michael Wilson.
Yes.
Jonah Williams.
Oh, right tackle?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, right?
Right tackle.
Will Hernandez.
Yeah, Will Hernandez / Isaiah Adams, right? One of them's got to be really good. I mean, whoever, it's like
I almost
one of the two.
Yeah, I almost went with Isaiah Adams, and I just...
Wouldn't it be better if Isaiah Adams was able to hold on to the job?
Sure, I guess.
Wouldn't it be better?
Here's the reason why I put Will Hernandez. Yes, to answer your question, it would be better if Isaiah Adams were just hang on to the job. I guess I'm just assuming injury because offensive linemen get banged up. And I think to have Will Hernandez in that moment when it happens to either Evan Brown or Isaiah Adams is going to be a really, really big deal that you have him. You know what I mean? Because I think at some point, Will Hernandez is going to come into play this season. Whether it's for Isaiah or whether it's for Evan Brown, I think at some point, Will Hernandez will need to come in and will need to play and will need to be ready to play well.
The only thing I would say about that, I don't disagree with you. Will Hernandez is 29 or 30 and Isaiah Adams like 25.
Yeah.
If Isaiah Adams is able to hold on to that job and hold him off, that's a really good sign for the future, too.
100%.
That you've got a guard that's good enough to hold off a good player like Will Hernandez, and he's only 25 years old. There was a right tackle that just got paid yesterday or the day before. Somebody had a right tackle that got paid a lot of money. So I think the Jonah Williams
but yeah.
So the Jonah, I'll look it up, but the Jonah Williams one is a good one. Like that's a really good one because your right tackle, like look, in our day, the left tackle blind spot of the quarterback, the best pass rushes always came from that side. Nowadays, your best pass rushes are coming from everywhere. You're blitzing from everywhere. Your right tackle's got to be good, too. In the old days, you could get away with a right tackle not being as good as your left tackle. So, I don't know. Who was the Cardinals' left tackle the year Kurt Warner took him to the Super Bowl?
Candy.
Who was their right tackle?
I can't remember.
Exactly. Me either.
I can't remember.
But that was my exact point. Who was their left tackle? Gandy. Yeah, of course, we all know that. Who was their right tackle?
Can't remember.
Was that right tackle? That's the point. But now the right tackle is very much, not as important as the left tackle, but it's closer.
Luke Gedeke from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's just signed a 4-year contract extension.
That's the guy?
For $90 million.
4 years, $90 million.
Buccaneers signed
for
tackle.
The right tackle.
For the right tackle.
For the
4
right
years,
tackle.
$90 million.
Okay.
Yeah.
We talk about the money the left tackles get. Here's a right tackle just got $90 million.
Okay, one other offensive name for you, and it's the last guy I put on the list.
Okay, can I guess?
Yeah, please do.
Tip Ryman?
Congratulations. Chip Ryman it is.
They're gonna try to maul teams.
12 personnel. He's gonna be on the field a lot. And look, I have no doubt in his ability to maul guys. That's what he was drafted for. Can he add that next dimension to his game of being an actual threat out there in terms of the offense? That to me is why I would put him as one of my X-factors.
How much more will they play 2 tight ends this year than they did last year? It's going to go up a little bit.
It's going to go up.
It's going to go up.
Lauren's nodding her head. It's going to go up a lot. Yeah, it's going to go up, right? Mm-hmm. It's going to go up. 12 personnel, 13 personnel. Yeah, and I think Tip Ryman he's the guy for that, right? So,
yes.
So those are my 5. Ben's, and I hear what you're saying about Will Hernandez. I think at some point his depth is going to come into play because someone's going to get hurt. On defense, here are their top X factors. Now, I only listed 3. But theirs were Josh Sweat, Will Johnson, Calais Campbell, Budda Baker, Walter Nolan. Again, right? The 5 best players on the defense, okay? The other 3 I added to the list, the guys that I think should be on the list. Max Melton.
Definitely.
Has to be on the list,
Definitely.
Right? In some ways, I think you could argue more than Will Johnson, Max Melton.
Because he's got the experience of a year under his belt.
Ding, ding, ding.
Okay. All right. I could buy it.
Darius Robinson needs to be on the list.
I could buy that too.
Former first-round pick from just a year ago.
Time to pop.
Time to pop. And then you want to guess my 3rd one? It's not fair. I emailed it to you, but I don't know if let's test you, see if you remember my email from today.
Gaither?
No.
Okay, who was
I read the email. I feel like I just hit the Jeopardy steal button.
Gambo read it too. He just can't remember.
I read it too.
I'm sure.
I did read it.
Who is Rabbit?
Rabbit Demerson.
Oh, Demerson. Yeah, I like
Rabbit
Taylor
Demerson.
Okay.
Yeah, I put him as an X factor because I think you will see a lot of 3 safety look from the Arizona Cardinals, and that will grow. I think Rabbit is going to be on the field a lot this year. A lot more than we're expecting. You got one you want to add? By all means.
Kicker. Ryland.
Oh, Chad Ryland.
If you're going to win more 1-score games, your kicker's got to be good. Last year they lost the majority of their 1-score games. Were they 3-5? I think in the 1-score games. I think that's what it was. I'd have to go back and look.
That's what it was. Yeah.
You have to be better. You're going to play. Half your games are going to be 1-score games. So 3, 7, 8 points, 6 points. Your kicker's going to have to be good. They brought this guy in last year. They liked him enough to keep him.
Yes.
But we don't know that much about him. But they kept him. They liked him. He was a pleasant surprise for them last year.
Agreed, yeah.
But he's not a known quantity in the NFL. He was cut by another team for missing a bunch of kicks, right? So for me, the kicker, X factor.
Okay.
There you go.
That's good. Lots of X factors. Not just the obvious ones, the not so obvious ones as well. Cardinal fans, the home opener is almost here, and we want you in the stands. Now through the end of next week, we are giving you a chance to win tickets to the Cardinals home opener. All you have to do is head to the Arizona Sports YouTube page. Hello, YouTubers. Watch us live. Click on the contest link that is pinned in the chat. So again, head to Arizona Sports YouTube page. Watch us live. And look for the contest link that is pinned in the chat, and you can sign up for tickets to win that way. Jordan Lawler broke his hitless streak last night, so what's it going to take for Jordan Lawler to keep maintaining that stride in the major leagues? We'll talk about it next in the Burns and Gambo Show.
Last Sunday was no ordinary Sunday. That was the last Sunday without NFL football till next year, y'all. And this Sunday is definitely not ordinary either. It's when the Cardinals began their 2025 season. After all the mini camps and messing around, scrimmaging and horse hockey and stuff, this Sunday, it gets real.
The Cardinals start 2025 at New Orleans. Cardinals Saints pregame begins before the sun shines with kickoff at 10 a.m. Sunday morning on the home of Arizona Cardinals football. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Looking at the weather, I'm seeing more rain in the forecast today, clear, but tomorrow, 35% chance. Friday, 35% chance. A lot of the rain, you got to be careful. That's when, if you've got a little bit of damage to your roof, it becomes a big problem, and you don't want that. So you want to call JLC Roofing, get a free estimate, because many of you may not need a full replacement on your roof. Some do, but most of you just need a repair. Over time, shingles get out of place. Some of the underlayment gets torn up a little bit. Maybe you've got an overgrown tree. There's damage to your roof that happens. We've got monsoons. We've got wind. We've got storms. We've got lightning and rain. And you might have some damage to your roof that you don't even know. I can't even see it. You don't even go up on your roof. You don't see it. That's why they offer free estimates at JLC Roofing. Free estimates. They've been around for 3 generations right here in the Valley. Family-owned company. Who wouldn't want to give their business to a local family-owned company that didn't sell out to the big corporations, but kept it in the family for 3 generations? That's JLC Roofing. Call them right now at 602 Roofing for a free estimate. Make sure your roof is up to par. And if not, they could do a minor repair to get you going. That's 602 Roofing, 602 Roofing, or go to jlcroof.com.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have Leaf Filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today. See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. 1 discount per household.
Would you rather stand in the sun or in the shade? It's a no-brainer, so why would you let your patio roast in this heat? At All Pro Shade Concepts, we can save you from burning feet, fading furniture, and being stuck inside all summer. Custom fit patio shades and awnings that cool with the touch of a button. Get free installation from our shade pros plus a 10-year warranty. Call or visit allproshade.com for your free estimate. That's allproshade.com.
Gotta call All Pro Shade, Shade, Shade. Call All Pro Shade, Shade, Shade.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here. Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Hey everybody, Dan Bickley here, and we all know summers are never ending in Arizona, where it's way too hot outside for your AC to not be in tip-top shape. Call the pros at Parker & Sons for all your heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical needs, a company that has served the Valley for 50 years. They have got your back 24/7, and when you need them, they'll be there in minutes, not days. Call 602-2-REPAIR. That's 602, the number 2, then REPAIR for Parker & Sons.
I'm Mitch Varel, with Trending Now. It's presented by Parker & Sons Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical. Diamondbacks collected another series win this afternoon. They got a 2-0 win over the Rangers in the finale after a 5-3 win last night. Zach Gallen shut out Texas through 6 innings of work, allowed just 4 runs, a walk, and struck out 5. Diamondbacks are off tomorrow. Then they host the Boston Red Sox for a 3-game series. That will start on Friday. Also regarding the Diamondbacks today, Governor Katie Hobbs was at Chase Field earlier for a ceremonial signing of House Bill 2704. This bill allocates $500 million in public funds to help support upgrades to Chase Field. You can read more on ArizonaSports.com, presented by YRefi. And the first injury report for Week 1 for the Cardinals is here. Only 2 names, both of them participated in some fashion. Offensive lineman Will Hernandez and offensive lineman John Gaines II. Hernandez was limited due to a knee injury. He's recovering from an ACL tear, while Gaines was a full participant in spite of a thumb injury. Of note, on the Saints side of the report, defensive end Chase Young was limited due to a calf injury. This report is brought to you by Legacy Green Solutions. Go green with Legacy. The grass may be artificial, but these guys are the real deal.
Hey, it's Wolf. The NFL season starts tomorrow. So what are we looking at from the Cowboys-Eagles as well as the rest of the Week 1 matchups? We'll discuss tomorrow at 10 a.m. It's Wolf and Luke on Arizona Sports.
My God, the NFL season starts tomorrow night.
Eagles?
Eagles-Cowboys.
Eagles-Cowboys.
Oh, my God, the NFL season starts tomorrow night.
College football season's already, we got 2 weeks of games already.
Oh, I know, but
played.
It's different for me. I get more excited about the NFL than I do college football.
Yeah.
You don't?
I mean,
I
don't know, like lasagna or Big Ziti. Like,
okay, yeah, that's fair.
You know,
that's
veal
fair.
scallopini or chicken carbonara.
Don't do that for NFL college football.
Well, I love them
Come
both.
on.
Like, I do love them both. I mean, I do. I enjoy both equally.
I don't love them both equally.
I love college football.
Yeah, I like college football very much. I would not say I love it equally with the NFL. I just don't. But I get it.
Well, your dad was an NFL fan more than anything in the world, but he didn't watch college football a whole lot, right?
No, he watched. Oh, yeah, he watched college.
Did he watch college football?
Yeah, but he didn't get as jacked about it as he did for the NFL. The NFL was his love when it came to sports. But no, I certainly I'm not trying to be disrespectful of college football, but it's not the same for me. It's not a baked ziti lasagna thing.
Okay,
you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I can't think of the food comp, but it's not that. In the meantime, I heard that look ahead. I'm like, oh wow, that's right. That's tomorrow. I forgot. That's so cool. Jordan Lawler last night.
As there's a swing and a line drive, that's going to get towards the gap in left field. Past Langford and to the wall. Rounding first and on his way to second is Lawler. And his first hit of the season is a 2-out double.
What did it feel like to get that first one under your belt?
I'm not going to lie, I felt pretty good.
Not gonna lie.
Have you seen me play the last few weeks here?
I was 0 for 31 before I hit that ball.
Yeah. Where do you think it felt?
My last hit in Major League Baseball came in 2023. How do you think it felt, man? How do you think? Hopefully,
I felt good.
Hopefully that's it. And hopefully that, like we were talking about yesterday.
Yep.
Hopefully that unleashes and unlocks Jordan Lawler, so we can just take a breath, right? Okay, you're going to be fine. You're a good baseball player. Hopefully it alleviates some of our fears that we were having about Jordan Lawler.
Yeah, I think that, but he had another base hit too. He had a double, then he had the single before Marte's 3-run home run. He had
homer, yeah.
He had the single, which was a good base hit too. Look, I mean, the kid's still one of the top prospects in all of baseball, and then when you see him come up and struggle like that, you have your doubts, and it's obvious. Like, hey, it's not like you're 0 for 5, you're 0 for 7, you're 0 for 8. You're like 0 for 30?
Yeah.
Like, oh, what's going on? And then people saying he can't hit the curveball. He just can't hit the curveball. He can't hit Major League pitching. There's tons of stories. Baseball's littered with players that just could not make that jump from AAA to the major leagues. And you start to worry that Jordan Lawler was going to be one of those guys. You got to play him just about every single day from now to the rest of the season. You have to.
Yes.
Look, I think
can I cut you off for just a second?
Yeah, go ahead.
Especially now with the Gurriel injury, they are so left-handed in their outfield. I have to assume that Blaze Alexander is going to play in the outfield even more than he would have before because of the Gurriel injury. So I think now you're almost forced to play Lawler a lot over at third base because you need Blaze to be out in the outfield so you're just not all a bunch of lefties out there all the time.
So I'll put it this way, too. There are certain guys that you're looking at to see if they have a spot on the roster next year.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler Locklear is one.
Yep.
I think Blaze Alexander is another. I still, call me crazy.
You're crazy.
I still have more faith in Jordan Lawler securing a spot than any of the other guys. because of his high level of being such a highly talented prospect.
I wouldn't call you crazy for
I
that.
almost feel like he's the guy that should be able to know whether he can or not. It's a different story. I'm hoping Locklear can lock down first base. I haven't seen enough of him. Had a hit today. I think he had the home run the other day. So I'm hoping he can do it, but I'm not convinced yet.
Let's put it this way. I agree with what you're saying, and no, you're not crazy. If fast forward to March 22nd of next year, if Jordan Lawler has failed to secure a spot on the major league roster when they break camp, something went very, very wrong. Yeah. Something went very wrong. Either he got hurt again or he did. And if it's not injury related and he just got beat out for a spot on the major league roster, oh man, did something go really wrong?
Well, then you start to question because you're only a prospect for so long.
Yeah.
You're only a top prospect for so long, and then all of a sudden, when you're not a prospect anymore, it's like, okay, they start to look for other guys. Hey, you've been in the system for 4 years now. If you're not able to break through, they've had 4 more years to draft other players who could be replacing you.
Yep.
4 more years to trade for players who could be replacing you. Like, you only have your status as a top prospect only lasts until a certain age, and then all of a sudden you're too. Now he's still young enough to where he's okay. But, you're right. If you're not an impact player on the team next year, you start to doubt whether he ever will be one.
Yeah, and it makes you curious, too. Like, will they just not address the position in the offseason? They've got so many things they need to address. Left field, starting pitching, bullpen. Will they just leave third base alone and assume that Lawler is going to man it next year? Or do they go get a player at third base?
Look, I think first and foremost, you've got to get a starting pitcher. Second, you've got to get a bullpen arm. And then after that, I'll worry about the offense. Because I have enough guys that I feel like I could still win games offensively with the guys I have.
Yeah. Meanwhile, today for the Arizona Diamondbacks.
The 0-2. Swung on, ground ball to short. Perdomo sliding to his left, has it. He goes to Marte at second, and the Diamondbacks win the series by taking the finale by a final score of 2-0.
Jordan Lawler didn't play. The Diamondbacks only had 3 hits, but Zach Gallen was brilliant, and for the 5th time out of their last 5 series, the Diamondbacks either won or split a series. They have not lost a series since they dropped 3 of 4 against the Rockies at Coors Field. They're playing really good brand of baseball right now.
Look, I do believe that Mike Hazen at some point told people in our organization that Torey Lovullo is coaching for his job. I do believe that. And I think that the way that they have responded after the trade deadline bodes very well for Torey. I think it bodes well for him. Now, do you change the pitching coach? You did change the third base coach?
You change it again.
You might have to change some things, to like it's unacceptable that Zach Gallen pitched as poorly as he did for most of the season. That Eduardo Rodriguez has anywhere. It's unacceptable that Brandon Pfaadt was not able to take the jump. Like you fully expected this was going to be his year.
Fully.
And he didn't. And now, Brandon Pfaadt's ability to be a number 3 in a rotation is in jeopardy. And he might end up being a 4 or 5 the rest of his career if he just cannot get over that hump. But the way that they've responded and won baseball games, as shorthanded as they are, Pavin Smith went out this week, and then Gurriel went out this week, and we were talking about the baseball gods yesterday. It's like you can't go a week without the right. It's like it's incredible.
That's what you did yesterday. I loved it. I watched it again today on social. It made me laugh so much. It was like the baseball gods.
Yes. Wait, how many days since it's been since we've got the Diamondbacks an injury? 5? It's too long. Gurriel, trip over nothing. Just like some baseball god just
it was so funny.
Hit him in the ankle and boom.
It was so funny.
ACL and he goes down. Yeah, because it just seems like we haven't gone. It really does. It feels like every single week there's an injury for the Diamondbacks to report. Every single week.
They're a game below 500. They're a game below. You look at the standings, and obviously they're just too far back with too few games to play. That's a pipe dream right there. But given everything that has happened this season, if they were to finish with a 500 record, I know we don't want to champion mediocrity. I get it. Not with a season that had the expectations the Diamondbacks. We don't want to pat ourselves on the back for 500. But holy crap. No Corbin Burns, no Justin Martinez, no A.J. Puck. Ketel Marte missed a month. You traded Merrill Kelly. You traded Josh Naylor. You traded Eugenio Suarez. Zach Gallen was terrible for the first half of the season. And you still finished 500?
And you had the worst third base coach in baseball for a
and you had the worst third. And the baseball gods keep making that noise to your team. You had all of that, and you still finished with a 500 record.
And they had another runner thrown at the plate today. Marte got thrown out at the plate.
They did.
I'm going to try to make it, and he got thrown out at the plate.
No, they did.
Like, all right. So, listen, for those of you that wanted Lovello fired, this is not good news because what you would have rooted for is the Diamondbacks to keep losing and losing and losing, and the team to just quit on him, and everything goes to hell in a handbasket. And then, so there are certain times when you want a guy out, you root against the team. If you're a Diamondback fan that is tired of Lovello, then this is not going your way because they're winning a lot of baseball games.
Like you
now.
said, you haven't gotten a Fire Lovello tweet in what now?
48 hours. Yes.
51 hours
Since they
now?
gave up 2 in the 9th and 2 in the 10th the other day and lost.
When we come back on the Burns and Gambo show, does the NBA have a new problem? You bet your butt they do. We'll talk about it next on the Burns and Gambo show.
D-backs decision makers from the team's front office join Wolf and Luke Wednesday mornings at 11:45 for D-backs Front Office Focus. Brought to you by Canvas Annuity. The home of Arizona Diamondbacks baseball is Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
All right, back here to tell you about the Berg Simpson Law Firm. They are good lawyers. They are changing lives. And in a world filled with so many choices out there in terms of who you can call if you've been injured in an accident, Berg Simpson leads the way. And in particular, Berg Simpson leads the way when it comes to truck crashes and trucking crashes. There were over 150,000 trucks involved in injury-causing crashes last year alone. They can be especially devastating. And what you need to do, first, call the police, get medical care. Secondly, you don't talk to the insurance company alone. And third, you call the truck crash lawyers at the Berg Simpson Law Firm. They will help you. 45 years of results and experience and a reputation on your side. They have recovered over $50 million in trucking injury claims alone. Call Berg Simpson, 602-777-7000. That's 602-777-7000, or visit bergsimpson.com. Berg Simpson, good lawyers, changing lives.
Dan Bickley here with Mike Freeland, owner of Turf Monsters. And Mike, so many people rave about the quality of your work. What's your secret?
It's very simple, Dan. We're accountable. We do what we say we're going to do, and we do it right the first time. We're a one-stop shop that builds everything in your backyard from the pool tiles up. At Turf Monsters, we take great pride in our customers, and our finished products is what separates us from our competitors. We have the #1 installers in the Valley, and we're the #1 company for a reason.
Check out their work and schedule your free estimate online at turfmonstersaz.com.
Mint is still $15 a month for premium wireless. And if you haven't made the switch yet, here are 15 reasons why you should. 1, it's $15 a month. 2, seriously, it's $15 a month. 3, no big contrast. 4, I use it. 5, my mom uses it. Are you playing me off? That's what's happening, right? Okay.
Visit mintmobile.com/radio. Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, $15 per month equivalent required. New customer offer first 3 months only. Then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
Wow, it's so good to finally be back home.
Is it me, or is it musty?
Oh, damp. Check the bathroom.
Damp!
The basement?
Damp! Wait!
Yeah?
I'm ordering damp bread!
So we don't have to move?
Eliminate damp, musty smells by trapping excess moisture. Get rid of the damp with Damp Rid.
We're here with wide receiver Michael Wilson. Hey, Michael, what is that great ride you pulled up in?
Man, it's my Honda from Arrowhead Honda. Just like on the field, I know the importance of reliability and performance and trust my ride to Arrowhead Honda. Whether you're looking for a rugged SUV or a sleek sedan, Arrowhead Honda has you covered.
Head down to Arrowhead Honda today and score big with unbeatable deals and top-notch service.
Be sure to tell them number 14, Michael Wilson, sent you. Go Red.
Low T, start for free for a limited time. Get prescription testosterone with no startup fees. Only at Red Mountain Weight Loss. You'll think better, sleep better, and it'll improve your sex life. Nothing boosts testosterone like actual testosterone. So don't waste money on herbal supplements that don't work. Get the T levels you had in your 20s with prescription testosterone. It's a game changer. And for a limited time, get started for free only at Red Mountain Weight Loss. Go to redmountainweightloss.com or dial #250 on your phone, keyword Red Mountain Mountain.
The Labor Day sale is on at Brooklyn Bedding. Everything in-store and online is 30% off now through September 3rd, and another 5% for active and retired military. There's the best-selling Aurora Cloud Pillow Top, comfort and value with advanced cooling technology, and the budget-friendly Signature Hybrid Cloud Pillow Top, superior comfort at a factory direct price. Tell them Wolf sent you for the Labor Day sale at Brooklyn Bedding, and remember, for the best sleep ever, get the best mattress ever at Brooklyn Bedding.
Arizona Sports, the local sports leader.
Burns and Gambo, what's on tonight?
All right, what's on tonight? The games that we're going to watch this evening, and it is brought to you by Global Credit Union. Explore the benefits of becoming a member at globalcu.org, your world of financial possibilities. Diamondbacks already played. Diamondbacks already won 2-0. They took the series from the Texas Rangers with some matinee baseball today. And
I got something for you.
Okay, go ahead.
There's this show on Netflix my wife made me watch the other day. It's fascinating. It's about some catfish of this girl in a small town. It's a phenomenal, documentary story.
Is it a true story?
Yes, true story.
It's a documentary.
Yeah, let me see if I can get the name of it for you. Oh, my God. My wife's like, all of my friends are saying, this is really good. Let's watch. I'm like, all right. I used to like the show Catfish on MTV. Netflix Catfish show.
If I had a dictionary in front of me, and I wanted to put a picture of what skepticism looked like instead of a definition, I would take a picture of
unknown number.
Yes, it was so good.
Okay, I was literally just talking with a friend about this show too.
Do you know what happened?
No.
Okay, I'm not going to say anything.
Well, let's just not say.
I'm not going to say anything.
But
it could be it could be 100 different people that were. It was really I was on the edge of my seat. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my. Crazy. I don't want to say anything because I don't want to give anything away. But damn, it was good.
I was going to say I'd put Lauren's face in the dictionary as
Mitch, what were you hearing about it?
As the definition of skepticism. She just was looking at you like, I don't know about this.
Set in Michigan.
Okay.
It's I guess it's really popular.
Doesn't sound like my particular cup of tea.
Oh, Mitch, you've heard about it, right?
Well, I was just talking with somebody about it a couple days ago.
Okay.
She's infatuated.
Who's infatuated?
This person that I'm talking to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't really have Netflix, so I can't.
It's a bizarre true story behind unknown number.
Yeah, that's just probably not what I would choose.
Until you start watching it, and then 5 minutes in, you're like, oh my God, I got to watch this all the way through. I have to know what happened.
We do have slightly different tastes, right?
I know, but I wouldn't typically like this. This is like a Chelsea suggestion. I'm like,
well, that's true because
I want something with violence.
It's not about Vikings or World War II.
Right.
So I'm really not sure what you're watching.
I like crime thrillers. Anything that's a crime thriller, I like, especially from other countries. I just watched this show on Netflix where this grandma went kamikaze on all these people and killed everybody because they thought her granddaughter was missing. It was great. Tell me! Boom! Granny's got the axe and she's cutting the guy's leg off and What? It's true. It was it was. The granddaughter's missing and Granny goes she gets the guy and drugs him and ties him up and then puts him in the freezer.
Quentin, if you need help, blink your eyes twice. We'll Quentin, text help to 602.
He doesn't watch any of this stuff with us.
If you need out, Quentin, you let us know. We'll get you out.
Yeah.
We'll call the authorities. Get you out of there, man.
I'm telling you, this unknown number is it's good. It's good. You watch it all in one day, one night.
Okay.
It's one night, you're done.
All right. I will
so good.
I'll put it on the list.
So okay. Don't put it on the list.
I'm not gonna, it's just not for
Mitch is gonna watch me okay, it was really good.
This doesn't sound like for me. That just doesn't sound like it's for me.
It didn't sound like it was for me either. I was like, yeah, okay. And the 5 minutes in, I'm like, damn.
I'm good.
Oh my God, we gotta keep watching this.
If you want to pay me like this now bankrupt company paid Kawhi Leonard,
okay, let's get into it.
Okay, now I'll watch it. The NBA is currently investigating, and this is just a bombshell of a story today that came from former ESPN employee Pablo Torres, who's now on his own doing a podcast, in which he alleges through his reporting that the LA Clippers and Steve Ballmer reportedly have been accused of circumventing the NBA's salary cap by paying Kawhi Leonard $28 million for a no-show job.
Right.
And basically to say, okay, we wanted you to come here. This is what we're allowed to pay you. We're going to pay you more by giving you this job that doesn't require a thing out of you, and it's just $28 million for you to do nothing as an incentive for you to choose us. League's investigating it. The company is now bankrupt. It used to be owned by Steve Ballmer. It's called Aspiration. And Torrey's got a former Aspiration employee who says, yes, this was the payment to Leonard was to, quote, circumvent the salary cap, close quote.
I don't doubt it at all based on information that I have. Look, there's cheating that goes on in the NBA. I reported earlier, and this got picked up by a lot of places, that when Kawhi was, after Kawhi had won the championship with Toronto, their owner, Larry Tannenbaum, when he found out that Kawhi was going to the Clippers, was beside himself. He was very bent over backwards for Kawhi, and even told people, and this is where it ended up getting to Adam Silver, that we did everything we could for the guy. He even wanted $15 million in endorsement money. I went out and called 3 of my sponsors to give him $5 million each, so that way he'd be happy, and he goes to the Clippers. And then people took that to Adam Silver and said, we got to do something about this cheating that's going on in the league. Adam Silver kind of pushed it under the rug, swept it under the rug, said, he just didn't understand the rules, but we're going to take a deeper look at this to make sure it doesn't happen in the past. So do I believe that this story, that this happened? Absolutely. Because I know Toronto was willing to do it. Toronto was willing to go above and beyond and circumvent the cap to keep Kawhi Leonard.
Well, and that's what's got me wondering. But, with what you've kind of reported today and the fact that it's been picked up nationally now, it makes me wonder how many other teams have done this. How many other teams are trying to undo this? How many other teams are trying to cover their tracks? And how many other owners are looking at this and going, oh, crap, I did the same thing with player X.
Yeah.
I did the same thing a few years ago. What if I get discovered? What if I get found out? Because it seems like, like every time you read player X signed with team Y and it's for less than he could have gotten, aren't you just going to automatically wonder, well, did
they do something under the table? Did they sweeten the pot somehow, some way?
To convince you to take less to stay or convince you to do this. Because I can't imagine Steve Ballmer and the LA Clippers are the only one. They're not. You just pointed that out with the Toronto Raptors.
There was a time, and this wasn't illegal, but there was a time when Jerry Colangelo told Danny Manning that, sign with me, and then a year from now, I'll give you this contract. Danny Manning ended up breaking his leg, and Jerry still gave him the contract, honored it.
That's going to do it for us here on the Burns and Gambo Show. Sparky's Den with Kenny Dillingham is
D!
next, and then Arizona Sports Tonight with Mitch and Kellen. We're out of here. See you tomorrow at 2 o'clock.
Have a great night, everyone.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.
Bickley and Marotta mornings.
I think this thing is lined up like bowling pins for the Cardinals to take advantage of their first 2 opponents of 2025. All of this is going to be in the mix Sunday in New Orleans, and it's a very, very, very important day for everybody. You go take care of business, it's going to go a long, long way in this market to make people think, okay, this football team, they've got it together now. And now it's time to go collect victories.
Bickley and Marotta, mornings on Arizona Sports, the local sports leader.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to the end of summer sale at AutoZone. We're celebrating the end of long days and short nights with big deals for a short time, like car wash. Right now, you can save 20% on the Armor All Complete Car Wash Kit. Need new brakes? Duralast brake pads are free with the purchase of Duralast rotors. We've also got oil deals and more. We're ending the summer right with the end of summer sale at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Hey, home sellers, Arizona has had more homes that didn't sell in the past 6 months than in the previous 2 years combined. Thousands of sellers left stuck with no offers and no sale. Do what I did so you don't get stuck. Call Carol Royce, your home sold guaranteed realty. With Carol's guaranteed sale program, sell your home at a price acceptable to you or Carol will buy it. If your home didn't sell or you're thinking about selling, call Carol Royce today or visit carolhasthebuyers.com. That's carolhasthebuyers.com. Carol and seller must agree on price and possession.
In baseball, numbers matter. Every stat is tracked, every play analyzed, but numbers alone, they don't win games. And they don't build a secure financial future either. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and we're proud to be the financial team behind a personalized plan for our hometown baseball manager, Tori Lavello.
Tori here. You're spot on, Jeff. Good numbers help, but it's teamwork that wins. It's about building trust, understanding goals, and creating a legacy.
At Trajan, we go beyond the numbers. We build real relationships and customize investment strategies so you can enjoy life today and feel secure about tomorrow.
It's a relationship, and that's why I chose Trajan Wealth. Call today to build your personalized plan. 480-990-3300. That's 480-990-3300. Trajan Wealth. Plan smarter, dream bigger.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Paid advertisement.
Ready to order?
Yes. We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with a Capital One Saver card, so let's just get one of everything.
Everything?
Fire everything. The Capital One Saver card is at table 27, and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back.
Yes, Chef! This is so nice.
Had a feeling you'd want 3% cash back on dessert.
Ooh, tiramisu.
Earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Progressive knows not all rides are smooth. Meet Claire. She loves her motorcycle, and she's learned to love the insects she encounters on her rides. She may not know the difference between a gnat and a mosquito at 55 miles per hour, but she does know one thing. It's always gross when one flies into her mouth. But she's so used to it that it's weird when it doesn't happen. Not every ride is smooth, but Progressive has your back with comprehensive and collision coverage from America's #1 motorcycle insurer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in D.C.
Opioid misuse and overdose deaths are serious health issues across the U.S. Anyone at a workplace, including workers, clients, customers, and visitors, can be at risk of an overdose if they use opioids. Are you prepared? Consider making non-prescription naloxone nasal spray a part of your workplace first aid kit. Naloxone reverses an opioid overdose and saves lives. Maintain workplace safety, offer training, and always call 911 for a suspected overdose. Visit naloxoneaz.com.
Kick off your weekend with Rising. Rivals and unbeatable deals. Phoenix Rising takes on Las Vegas Lights FC on Friday, September 5th at 7:30 p.m. with beer specials all night long. This is the match fans wait for. High energy, big moments, and a crowd that brings the heat. Tickets start at just $15. Get yours now at phxrisingfc.com. That's phxrisingfc.com. Friday Night Lights, fierce rivalry, cold drinks. Don't miss it.
KMVP FM Phoenix.
Live from the Casino Arizona and Talking